smoky clubs to fields of green, her life took a turn, but her rhythm's still the same. Feel the passion burn. On stage she was a queen, now the land's her throne. Every note she sang now echoes in seeds she's sown. Her journey's just begun, a new chapter in her song. Watch her dance with the seasons, right where she belongs. She was a jazz and blues singer, making her way around the world. The journey stopped, but the song did not. So what's going on with you, girl? She started a YouTube channel and learned how to grow veggies, fruits, and bread, and a bunch of chickens in a row. Diva of the stage to diva in the dirt. Same diva, new life, diva in the dirt. Singing sweet melodies now with the earth. From city lights to moonlit nights, she's found her worth. With every seed she plants, a new story grows. From the mic to the soil, a rhythm she knows. Diva in the dirt, watch her thrive and gleam. Same passion, new dreams on the homestead scene.
Oh, I have to put that away. Hide it now. Welcome. I didn't realize that I had to click that off, that it just is going to just stay there the whole time and whatnot. So welcome to Diva in the Dirt live with not a whole lot to say or do because the day gets so busy. But to start, I am going to just welcome all that are here. And we have Ms. Sharon, who came in with a whoop whoop. So good to see you. And she is an amazing moderator. And of course, she also is in the Diva Club. She's been with me for quite a while. So thank you for that as well. And of course, Mr. Dave Knight. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that. A person had told me a while back that I needed to in my videos is to explain to people like my life is I'm a jazz and blues singer. That's was my career. And of course 2020 stopped that. And so he said, so that people understand the whole point of what's, diva in the dirt. Well, I was diva on the stage and now I'm diva in the dirt. And just to keep bringing my story forward that I had the, long acrylic nails and wore the costume jewelry and gowns. And now I live in Diva in the Dirt t-shirts, which you can buy them through Spring. And if you are in Canada, you can order them directly from me. I have a whole stack of them here. And it's cheaper if you just buy it from me in Canada. But for those in the US, you can buy them just from a link on my my YouTube channel. I couldn't think, I'm looking at it. It's like, what is that called? Well, welcome, Howie. Thank you again for that. I sometimes wonder, it's like, I wonder if people get tired of my big long intro. Oh, the Bud Files. Hello, peoples. And good evening again to you, Mr. Howie. Thank you very much. Miss Shawnee Grows. Hey. She's coming in with a hey. And everybody also is saying hello. And Duncan 1900 Homestead. Thank you very much. Good evening to you, madam. It's good to see you as well. And I think I've got everybody. Carol will be joining me a little bit later. She's just watching a movie with her hubby. I just, I'd like to get... well, I could probably help him with that. He can pick the style of music. It doesn't have to be, jazz. And that was actually that song. I wrote the lyrics to it, and then I used a software program, which is basically free, or it was free at the time, called Udio. So like studio without the S, and put the lyrics in, and it created that song exactly how you hear it. I think I extended it a little bit longer But it was basically what I had written all about it, the different parts, and it put it into song for me. It wasn't like, so it wasn't, and then I just put all the videos to go with it. So, but yeah, you know what? How hit me up if you tell me what kind of music you want to have, and write a little story about yourself, and we'll put it through Udio and get you your own flashy opening song for your lives. It was fun. Carol, she did the same thing, wrote a really great one that incorporates both our channels. And it's my favorite, and it's because you get to choose what style of music it was, and hers was just really, really great. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Everybody's like very nice. What a nice intro. Well, good, because there's days where I think, everybody's seen this intro, but maybe some of you don't always arrive until after it's done. But I do have it as my opening to my YouTube channel. So anybody that's new that comes on the very first time, that is what they get to see, just to help encourage them, or just not to encourage them, just to show them this is my life. Like, I did a completely different, I moved to a different kind of lifestyle. So my Renaissance grandma, welcome. Thank you so much. Yes, it is good to be back. I wrestled with a lot of stuff, and and my situation with the government. It was like, God, it's in your hands, and I'm gonna be at peace, and I'm going to go back to my life. I'm not gonna let this thing where I just feel like I was being swallowed up. Where they're accusing me of, of something that is not correct, but I have to prove to them that it's not correct, and so it was very difficult. And where was it? Yes, there you are. Hey, LuTube7484, thanks for coming in. I hope you get some of that sourdough bread from your grandma, because she was here today. I should have actually told her to take an extra cookie for you, but I think the cookies that she had, I think she ate them. So you could just say, "Hey, Granny, did you bring me a cookie too?" that'll probably get me into some trouble. She'll be like, "No, no." But anyway, yes, this is also very important. Up at the top, make sure that you're clicking on live chat, so that you do get to see all of the chats. Because I guess when it's on a different one, it doesn't. Sometimes some of them don't show up. So thank you for that, Miss Sharon. I actually make sure I have it on live chat. I've, the first few times I wasn't always getting it. You would always remind me, and it would be like, yes, there it is. And now it's like I have it. Not that I know your voice, in my head, but I know those words of make sure you go and change it up to the live chat. So I do. So I think I've covered everybody. There was people saying hello to each other and whatnot. Oh yeah. So, Lewis, you're saying yes, I will see her. Yes, yeah, because she said you're all gonna. You too, LuTube. You have a good night too. Thank you for popping in. I do appreciate it. He is also a very young, aspiring YouTuber, and his grandma comes and buys bread from me, and so I did get to meet LuTube once, and he's just a lovely young man. And that. Was there cookies? Yes, there was cookies. Oh, I have a guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Homestead Aquarius. Welcome, sir.
Hello there.
What are you doing to come up and harass me? What do you want to harass me about now?
I told you what I was doing. This is just going to be a quick hit and run on the diva here.
I know, because why? Because he's making charbroiled hamburgers right now, and it's like, I want to eat those, and I won't be able to because you live too far away.
Do you know how many times you have made something and put it out there on video or a Facebook post, and it's made me hungry, and I couldn't do nothing about it, right? This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. It's just a little just a little burger
Oh,
action. Just a little burger action.
and a
We got
giant,
the
giant coil.
yes. That's a big old sausage.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, look at those.
yeah, yeah, properly seasoned to my taste. And I am about to go enjoy all this. But
I
I
wanna
just checking in with you, right?
Yeah, and it's like my mouth is watering, and all I wanna do is grab each of those hamburgers and lick all that hot, spicy sauce off of each
Mm.
one of them.
Amazing. What do you call charcoalization in here? Look at that
It's
one,
brilliant. Oh,
busted open right there.
yeah, it's
Oh,
perfection.
man, I'm okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go and get cheeks deep in this. I'm fixing to look like a chipmunk out there that done found a whole bunch of nuts and bird seed. Now I'm fixing to pig out, y'all.
Mhm.
Anyhow,
I see it.
and I'll be watching you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing and making us all drool.
You are most welcome. Glad to see you up there, girl, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Food. Food. Save the leftovers. I know it's like I don't know how quickly I could, possibly get there. It would be a couple of days before I could get there. And so I think the burgers would all be gone by that point, but you know. Oh well. But yeah, Homestead Aquarius shows a lot of times when he's cooking up burgers or chicken, and it's like it's how, that's how I grew up with, well, I think many of us my age, we would just had the briquettes. We didn't have gas barbecues, and the smell of that, it's like there's nothing better than the smell of those briquettes, and it's filling up the whole area. And when I drive home, and I know we're having a barbecue or whatever, and I drive up and I start smelling the air, and I think, I hope everybody is envious that it's at my house tonight. But we use a gas barbecue, not the briquettes. So anyway, it is absolutely delish. So yeah, it's been a busy week for me, and it's been just a busy day. So, because it was like I was trying to think of, just some good topics to have and do some research on them and to bring them forward. But it was like, nah, Mama has no time. So I just thought, you know, I don't know about you, but it's like I feel like I'm juggling a lot of plants. Juggling, it's like stay alive, you stay alive. Oh, you're getting too big. I need to up pot you, and I need to move you over here because everything's taking over. And for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to plant 21 spaghetti squash plants. Like, I don't know how I planted that many. Well, at one point, I think I didn't have any. And I think that was where I went wrong. And, when you have a little 6 cell, you go, okay, I'll put two in each one, right? So that's 12 right there. Of one brand. And then it's like someone said, oh yeah, I like spaghetti squash, and these were my seeds, and so they're open pollinated, so I don't know what they'll turn out like. So then I think I went and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to go plant some ones that have come from a package, so I know that they look like spaghetti squash. So again, probably 2 to 3 seeds in each cell, and so it adds up really, 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 really quickly. And yeah, I should have brought the whole list in because um uh I think it's like, I don't know, 12 loofah plants, or maybe it's only 9. But the amount of squashes that I have, and I don't know if you saw my short that I posted today. Um, I think squashes, like, there's many reasons why I like them. The first and foremost is because, especially your winter squashes, if you wipe it down with apple cider vinegar, put it in a cool place, you've got months of food. So then, if there is a time where you have a bit of the hunger gap, or your budget's a bit low, you've got food that's ready to go and healthy, right? Which is fantastic. But I also just love them because it's like they are so low maintenance, and you get that seed in there, they all pop up, and they're so sturdy, and then you pot them up into their next thing. And it's like I actually need more space just because each plant is getting so big, and they're just in little 4-inch pots. And and when I look at that, I go, oh, I am a grower. But then I turn around and I look at my struggling everything else. That's like, "Oh, you didn't give us enough water. You need to feed us. This light is too hot. It's too cold by the window." I'm doing a lot of like, I'm sorry, here. Oh, you died. Okay, we'll chuck you. And where squashes, they just like, hello, I am here. I am going to grow. Look at me grow. I just love squashes for that. It makes me feel like, of course I'm a grower. And I don't feel embarrassed by, here, you should buy this, right? So, oh, there's my mumsy. Hello, mumsy. Good to see you. I'm glad that you're able to make it. I'm assuming, Sharon, that was for my, yeah, I planted 21 spaghetti squash. And that is the thing. You don't know if they're all going to germinate. And I was having germination problems, not with squashes, but with everything else. So, yes, yeah, it'll be a Franken squash, because sometimes you go and you plant and you grow the spaghetti squash and it's like, why does it look like a zucchini on the outside? Yes, I will be selling lots of spaghetti squash plants. And so we were actually working that out too today. Was doing kind of a plant count, a head count of what can we grow here and what are we going to grow at the garden away from my home. And also because I have these new raised beds, and we have brought down the size to what was in the video, but not by much. But so it's almost like each one is double the size of a grow bag, which makes me go, well, of course I can grow 21 spaghetti squash plants. I have so much space out there. So it will be Diva, what is the time of planting the squash babies into the soil outside? Well, typically, I think this weekend a holiday weekend for you guys as well. So this is what we always call our Melon weekend. And for more the northern climates, once we get past this weekend, chances of a frost, they can still happen, but they're usually, almost no. And that's when they would go in. But I need to have my squashes at, I need the nighttime temperatures to be about 15 degrees Celsius, which I think my mom said, add them together and then add 30, right? So I need nighttime temperatures to be around 60, 50, 60, probably 60. Yeah, so Howie's even saying now is the time. So I could put them out, but we're heading down to 7 degrees and 8 degrees over the next week. So Howie, I don't know. Would you put squashes out right now here? That would be my question. Yeah, it's the long weekend, the May long weekend. So you're going to plant yours June 1st. I do make my own labels. I just thought I would just, bring it up a little notch, mind you, I'm not selling them for a whole lot of money. So yes, these raised beds are fabulous. And, the biggest thing is we got to fill them, but we don't have to fill them to the brim. That's the one thing, especially this first year. I do have 3 pallet-sized compost bins that are more than half full out in the back. I also have all of the branch whips that we pruned off of the dogwood tree that we were supposed to weave into baskets this winter, spring. But I think I'm going to throw them in there and do kind of a hugelkultur type thing. Oh, you got crickneck squash looking pretty good. Are they in ground, Miss Sharon? Okay, you guys are next weekend is your Memorial weekend. So Dave says, cold air coming back for us in the Midwest. I am holding off planting peanuts. I did peanuts once. Oh, I forget what my question was that you're answering. Did I say, would you put them out now? I think that's what I asked you. Hello, L Triple G. Good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. And also coming in, Lark's Homesteadish. As long as my nightly temperatures are above 50, usually Mother's Day weekend. Ah, okay. All righty. Everybody's saying hello to L Triple G and to Lark's. So that's awesome. Oh, you've got the mountain raised beds. Okay, so Howie says, I have many kinds of squash growing from direct sow. Oh, and you plant now is okay. My tomatoes are doing really good in the ground. My tomatoes are in. So what I have in my 3-tiered garden bed is on the back side, I've got celery, then I've got 2 rows of indeterminate tomatoes that are going to be vining up roller hooks. On the ends of those, I have bush beans. Then the next tier down, I have 2 Romas on each side of my path. So I've got 4 Romas in this one. And these seeds are ones I got from my mom back in 2020 that I've kept going. And all around those, oh yeah, actually, let's go back to the first tier. So those indeterminate tomatoes. And then right in front of them, I have a big long row of romaine. That's it has sprouted. It's sprouted, Shawnee. Yay. Oh yeah, no, I think I sent you a picture. Then in that second tier, I've got carrots all around the 2 Romas. And on the ends, I have a indeterminate cherry tomato it's a BC hothouse proprietary. So it's not a seed that you can get to grow up on a trellis. Then the third tier down, I have daikon radish, regular radishes, and Swiss chard. At the ends of those beds, again, I have cherry tomatoes to grow up on. I've just used welded wire racks. And so I have all those things growing. And my beans are up. I think I did plant some peas that I had soaked, but where I planted them, it's looking quite troughty. And I have a feeling that somebody came and helped themselves to them. So ooh, it's 43 for you right now. Yeah, I don't know what our temperature. I'm trying to keep everything from drowning again. Oh, are you still in rain? It's just like we've had some rain but it's cold and damp here. I'm just going to see what our temp is here, but I'll switch it over into Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's 56 right here right now. Yeah, and then all next week will be just in the high 40s, like 47, 46, going down to 46, 48, 49. And then by Monday, it'll be 53 the following Monday. So I might start putting some of the squashes out. So 58 by Detroit. So you're close to me. Oh my gosh. I would love that. I'm so tired of being cold. Yay to direct sowing lettuce outside and it's growing and not getting eaten. Not so far. So, yeah, it is sunny. It started out pretty awful today. Hey, Howie, it was just kind of this overcast and drizzle and some, kind of moments of heavy rain last night. That's what I was hearing. So, small victory. And Lark says 64 here and horrible storms yesterday, but sunshine today and tomorrow. Woot. Yeah, was there some places in the States? Because I'm hearing people, we're praying for those that are being affected, and I don't know if it was damaging winds or something like that. Just things that just kind of pass by. So I wasn't able to look and see, it's like, are some of my friends in those areas where there might be some terrible damage. 76, nice. Very nice. Oh, I missed what Shawnee did. Oh, okay. Yay for a break for the diva. 66 in Missouri. Yeah, it rained all night here, but I love it. And the hugelkultur mounds I love it on the Hugel. Yeah, so it was in Kentucky. There was a tornado. Yeah, I am with these 4 beds, which we we did kind of a template to see how big it was. And that's where I went, okay, so it's double the size of the grow bag. And in the grow bag, I can usually get 5 squashes and then something in the center of it. And so we can be doing, I can put all 4 out. And then I noticed that there's this one other area and I went, I could put all 5 out. Yay. Yay. So, yes, down south of me, record tornadoes, 2 towns flattened. Oh, sweet Jesus. Help those people. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, that's so awful. And all you can do is just, be grateful that if everything went okay and your family got out safe, that's all you can be grateful for. You might lose absolutely everything. That's just would be devastating. The supercells in Kentucky trekked over 400 miles and produced 2 tornadoes that traveled 60 miles. Wow. Okay, so it was the same tornado that hit Somerset that hit London. Ah, wow. And do any of you have any friends or family that are in those places? I don't know how you get there. I think that's better for me. Um, okay, so you've got friends there. I worked in Somerset PACU for years. Okay, and you don't know anyone down there. I was just up late watching it because I like weather. I've been I've only been in on the outskirts of a hurricane when I was in Mexico many years ago, and man, like it's such a overwhelming experience, like having like it almost takes your breath away, when you're standing in it. And my husband, he was standing on the balcony, and he said he had just a pair of shorts on. He had all his little um, you know room key and everything in his pockets. And he says, the weird thing is, he goes, I can feel the things lifting up, even though they're in my pocket, even though they're, protected by his board shorts and stuff. He says, I feel them lifting up. It's just weird, weird sensation. So, oh, your grandson is west of there. And I'm assuming your grandson is okay. That's what I would wonder, but yeah, I'm assuming, because I think you would have added a little bit more if there wasn't. So anyway, we do lift up all those people that are being affected by that, by these tornadoes, and that they will, be able to recover. Okay, good. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Very good. So for me, it's the same thing as last year with these evening temperatures being cold. And last year, I think, 6 out of my uh, doing my tour videos, it was like, I'm always behind, I'm late, and I that was my learning experience of when those evening temperatures are going down so low. It The plants do okay, but they don't they don't put on, they don't beef up as quickly as if it was, evening temperatures weren't going down so low. Because it's like back on those days, we were having uh, you know 70 and 80 degrees during the day, and so it was just like beautiful, warm, great shorts weather, and then it would just drop down, into those 40s at night. And so the plant would be like, we're growing, and then in the night it was like, no, we need to go dormant, it's time to wind down. So it really just kind of stunted, where if I had plants that I hadn't put out, they started growing. And so it was like, okay, now you've learned, you're not just going to go May long weekend, you can put everything out, blah blah blah. I'm going to actually start paying attention to what the weather's doing, except for don't plant your squashes so soon, Maureen, is my learning lesson for this year. So, okay. So Miss Shawnee says, I transplanted all my cold crops, then had 40-mile winds for 2 days. I haven't been there to see if there's even in the ground still. Oh my goodness. I hope they're okay too. Yeah. So there are people in Minnesota that planted tomatoes and peppers outside when it was 85, and now they're having to cover and keep them warm overnight. Exactly. And I didn't want to. I have backups. Oh, did you plant 21 spaghetti squash too, Shawnee? Oh no, right. You don't like squash, or you don't like. I don't know if you do spaghetti squash, but I know there's some squash you're like never growing that, not growing that. Yeah. So my theory is plant 2 weeks after your neighbor. Then to be planting with them in 2 weeks. That's a good. Yeah, that's very good. So you're planting? Okay. Yeah. You go ahead. I'll be right behind you there. And look at how great my stuff looks. Taking a soil temp in the shade in the morning with a thermometer helps plan out when. Okay. I'd appreciate you not adding another thing that I have to try to remember and to do. Um, I'm just not interested in making things where it's like, bring your thermometer out to the garden away from your home, bring the thermometer out over here, and what are my soil temps? So mhm. My kids planted plenty of cold crop seedlings. Aw, all the things. Plant all the things. It's great. Yeah. I and that's the other thing. I planted mustard greens. Um, Not that I've ever had them before, so I'd like people to chime in for me because I did plant a lot of mustard greens, and I want to know: are they good? Are they not good? Because one of the things I want to do is to make salad bags for people. I'm not going to wash the lettuce. It's like no unwashed. My label will say unwashed salad greens for them to take. So, all right, okay, mustard greens. Are they good? Are they good? Should I have not planted? um, I can't tell you how many I planted because some of them. Okay. Oh, you like the little flowers? Let me click this on. I like the little flowers they make because I don't eat mustard greens. Okay. Well, then you know what? Move on. Okay. My Renaissance grandma. Absolutely. They can be spicy. I think I did read the can be like arugula, which I love arugula. So my better half loves mustard greens, but not in a salad, cooked like collards. I did see that you can cook them. But yeah, I don't know if people would like them in a salad. And because I also heard that they're bitter. But that was one of my big questions to Homestead Aquarius a couple of days ago. And he goes, I don't eat greens. I don't eat anything with chlorophyll in it. And it was like, what do you mean? You live in the South. You all eat that. Nope, I don't eat anything with chlorophyll in it. It's like, so I thought, well, I'm gonna ask a wide variety of people. And oh yes, I do love arugula. Then you'll like mustard greens. I know. Okay, that's good. It's if I can get around to making these salad bags. But Marissa said, well, you have to keep them chilled, Mom. And it's like, duh. You like spinach and salads. Make a spicy lettuce blend bag and with them and regular without. Or stir fry. Yeah, I'm sure I'll enjoy the mustard greens myself, but it's like, will people like them in a salad bag? Also, because I did plant a lot of mustard green seedlings, and so again, they need to go out to my farm stand. Mhm. But whether people will buy them, so I might be potting up. Because I like again, I think there would be in the upwards of 20 with the mustard greens, and I also did what's that other one? I did a curly endive. Again, probably 15, 20 of those. They struggled at the beginning and when I was first planting them. And might have went, oh, well, let's plant some more since you killed a bunch, Maureen. And it's like, oh my gosh, someone needs to I need supervision. I'm just going to say that I need supervision when it comes to planting. I need someone that goes, hey, don't plant any more spaghetti squash, Maureen. Oh, you just grow it for the chickens. Oh, I could do that too. A salad bag is a lot of work. It is. But I do know that Charles Dowding, he goes, that's their biggest moneymaker is the salad bags. And like I said, I would be doing it unwashed. And I have things in the works. They're just here. But I wanted to once I get my housing around my farm stand, I want to have things like QR codes where people can sign up and I can go, here's what's going to be for sale. And, salad greens will come out, bags of salad greens will come out at this time of the day so I can keep them chilled. And people can pick up. And so I wanted to have more interaction off of my website that way. So that's the plan. Like I said, it's in the works. Oh, no, maybe it's over here. It's right here. No, it's my creative side. So it's my right side. Yeah, put a questionnaire. Yes. Yeah, there are people who do have, they go, what would you like? Do you like curly endive, Shawnee? Oh my gosh, that is so fabulous. Oh, that's fabulous. My my broccoli, again, 3 times, 3 trays, could not grow it. I finally it was chatting with Shawnee because I couldn't get any of the none of the lettuces up. I got the Lola Rosa red lettuce up and a couple of Tom Thumb, but couldn't get any of my romaine. And she said it was getting later and she goes, just put it into ground. So I did the same thing with the broccoli. And yes, I now have broccoli, but nowhere near as close as to you, Dave. Came. Not even I can see 3 little shoots and 2 little leaves, and that's it. But the broccoli, my broccoli grows right well into winter and stuff like that. Ask them for what they want, I think is probably what they would like to see in the coming years. Yes. Yeah. Are you looking for what kind? Oh, Dave, yeah, what kind of broccoli? Mine is gypsy, and I think you do gypsy too, Shawnee. But yes, I will do that because I might as well. That's one thing in the last 5 years of me growing, where it was like because I didn't know what I could grow, and I grew up in a grow zone that was kind of like I don't know if we were 4, 5, or 6 somewhere. Not 6, I think it was 4 or 5. Up in central BC here. And down here, being a 9B, it was like, well, you can basically grow pretty much anything you want. And so I was just growing things to grow them. But it's like, I don't eat cantaloupe. I'm allergic to it. I don't eat honeydew. I'm allergic to it. So stop growing those things. But then it was like, well, I can grow them for others, right? And or my family, I can do that as well. So here for my family, this is what you get. But it was like, I'm going to grow things that I know that we will eat, but I should also be knowing what will people come to the farm stand for, with starts and with the fruit. So glad you're still here, Howie, and listening. Miss Sharon, here we can't sell anything that's prepared at all without licenses. We can't even sell a slice of watermelon. Wow. We do have kind of that it's the same sort of thing of not serving it right, but food safe. There is a program which I think I am going to take, and I think it's like $60 for me to take the program, but it's food safe. It's a food safe that is farm stand food safe kind of thing of what you can and can't do. And that. So, and we are going to have a secondary, my secondary stand that will be up by the door. And that's where if I can get to the place where instead of taking bread orders, people just know that on this day is when, on Saturday morning after 10 o'clock, you can come and purchase a loaf of bread. So grab you some good coolers from yard sales and such, and some ice packs for the bottom to keep your lettuce bags cold. Yes, that's great. Yeah, I think were you talking about having lots of lettuce last week, Dave? Or was that someone else? Or was it something else? Oh no, yeah, it's I think it's Mike. And he's like, sweet potato slips out the wazoo. And I'm like struggling to keep, 3 of them alive. So yeah, you planted gypsy and food and Yudfa. Always 5 steps ahead. So you know what seeds to start next year. Plan your scale up. Exactly. See, Larks, you need to come and have a visit and just supervise me and don't leave me unattended so that I can actually implement these kinds of things. So, yes, thank you so much. Please remember to hit the thumbs up as you have come in. It would be most appreciated for my channel. Thank you. Cottage laws. Oh, yeah, you could also buy me a coffee. I used to think the prayer we said as kids before dinner said, let us thank you for our food. Amen. Yeah, ours was, God is great. God is good. Let us thank him for our food. Same thing. I'm sure my kids all thought that. Two people with ADHD making plans. Sounds fun. It's a true story. Yeah. Well, I was hoping to use my seed time better, but I got away from it. I got away from a lot of things. So I was using it more as just a reminder of remember what you're planting there, Maureen, and remember what you're planting here, Maureen. So I would like to try to utilize my seed time calendar for next year and get into a rhythm with flow with it, because I just um, wasn't doing very well. Well, hello, Barbara Mowat. Good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Mind you, I haven't been doing lives for quite some time. So, yes. And thank you again, Miss Sharon, for sharing out people's channels. I do really appreciate that. It's always so great to have that extra promotion, because sometimes there is some new people, and if they want a chance to follow somebody else and to support that channel, it's always really great. And if you do go and support another channel, like Miss Sharon's, if you have it up, if you're on a desktop, just leave it as a tab if you don't want to leave the live. But when you go to look at their channel, spend at least 3 to 5 minutes on the channel, like and comment, because what I find is that if you go and you just go subscribe, YouTube doesn't always that subscribe doesn't always stick for that person. You do have to spend a little bit of time, put your eyeballs on, on their content and go from there. So anyway. So yeah, and I thank you, Brenda, for doing that, because yes, Miss Sharon puts up everybody's channel. And so I appreciate that you took the time to put up Miss Sharon's channel too. So very, very kind of you to do that. Because if we all link arms together, we all move forward together. That's always been my motto in, any of my careers that I've done. Oh yeah, I got a big cut on my thumb too. My daughter was like, I got a paper cut. And it's like, I feel like I got one too. Anyway, so yeah, even myself, with my music, I'm not a competitive person on stage. I'm not, yes, I'm a diva, but I'm not the diva that's like, hey, it's all about me. No, my musicians are far more important than me, because they make me sound great. And so if I'm linking arms with them and we're all walking together, then we all have a successful show. So it's never been where uh, you know that I've been the, kind of a mean diva. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to put your hands together again. And please put your hands together again, and big round of applause to Shawnee Grows.
Hello, growers.
Yay!
I come with a story and it involves this right here.
Oh my gosh.
And it might be a tearjerker.
I just want to point out, I do love your hoodie.
Oh, look at this hoodie I have, everyone.
Is it Diva in
Oh,
the Dirt?
I think I have to change a setting. I deleted everything on my stuff and I had to re-log in, and I think there's something wrong, so I'll be back.
Okay. You can do that. Thank you for that round of applause, my Renaissance Grandma. I appreciate that. I know Shawnee appreciates it too. I decided not to put my backdrop
There.
up. But
It was backwards, I think, before. So.
oh, okay. Is mine backwards?
No, I can read yours good, normal, left to right.
I was reading yours.
Did it
I'm
look
reading
okay?
mine seems backwards, but this is this side of the room and this is this side of the room. So
Yeah, I had the mirrored box checked, and I always take that off.
right.
So I'm back now. We're good.
Yeah, it is a nice hoodie. Okay, I would love to hear this story because I said,
So,
let's check in.
yeah,
Show
this
us,
is
show
about my
us.
spring. Okay,
Mhm.
so you guys have seen my live where I have too many seedlings.
Yes.
I had over 100 and plus. I figured out because remember I started up potting stuff that I was tucked
Mhm.
away. Now yours is backwards to us. Oh, okay.
I put it
Well,
back.
I'm
I
not.
thought I'll just check. But am I
Um,
mirroring? So all
like
those starts.
I have tomatoes and peppers, and then there is a cucumber in here, and it's too cold outside. So they had to go on a table in my kitchen it's like a camping table because they don't fit in the grow station anymore. They're too tall. And so I've been very carefully managing my household with a giant table of plants in my kitchen between a fridge and the back door and the basement to do the laundry. I was like crawling under the table very carefully to get down there and back. Okay? Okay?
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
doing this. So
Mhm.
then I live with 4 other people. And today the plant had to be in the kitchen again because it's too cold. And so I
Do-
offered my assistance. I said, I will take what you need taken down to the basement because I have been doing this for 2 days now. And they said, no, they got it. And then they put the table in front of the oven. And I was cooking. And I said, well, I need to get in the oven in 14 minutes. So the table needs to get put back. And so they very, carefully moved the
Mm.
table and dumped my entire one tray on the floor. So these are the casualties. I have a Nona's Italian pear, a lemon boy,
Oh
an
no.
Abe Lincoln, a pork chop, and a Monica cucumber. And so what I did, everyone, is I cried. I tell you that right now
Oh.
because I've been working on this since March, April, and it's hard for me too to live with these plants in my house, but they're my plants, right? So what I
Mhm.
did was they snapped, and I took the pieces and I put them in water, and I did it with the cucumber too, and we're gonna hopefully they'll grow roots and then I
Yes.
can plant them.
Yes.
And then I dumped the soil in the compost bin. So if this doesn't work for some weird reason or more casualties fall, I do have backups too of these. So I'm just like upset that this
Yes.
happened because
Yes.
I can't even. I couldn't. I cried a lot.
I can imagine. I can imagine. But I think I've heard people who, with the tomato sucker that you pull out of the elbow, people say they just take that off, put it in water, and it grows.
That's what I hear. So
So
this should work.
this is a great experiment.
I might have to do a video.
Yes. Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Sharon,
Poor.
I had to tell myself like it was an accident, even though
Yes.
they didn't apologize, and they just, you know, it's
It's
okay.
just a plant.
It's just a plant,
Just a plant.
right? That I
Yeah.
grew from seed. Actually, I had an inspector at my house and they saw my table of plants and it was on the deck at the time and they were like, "Did you grow all of these or did you buy them? Because if you start adding up 100 times 4, because if it's $4 a plant." And
Mm-hmm.
he goes, "Yeah, my wife just buys everything." And I'm like, "I grew these from seed."
Mm-hmm. And that Nona seed originated in Italy, then came to Canada and was in another person's place, home. Then it came to my place, and now it's in Minnesota.
I know.
That's a pretty special plant.
The other ones are still in the tray, but they are like, but they don't have a damage
Oh,
on the stem.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I just needed to tell my fellow gardeners that care
Yes, yes,
about
we
my
do.
plants,
And yeah, and your roommates, your
my family.
four other roommates
Yes.
need to be just come a bit more vigilant. What's up? What's up? GT Junior grows Alaska. Good to see you, sir. Hmm. Ooh, Bonnie likes her stuff. $5.98 per plant here. Ouch.
I don't even know what Bonnie's charging here. I saw just a basil start was $4 is where I came up with that number. So a vegetable that's probably 6. Yeah.
Wow.
Duncan
Well,
says it'll work. Okay.
yeah. Duncan, will the cucumber work? Do you think?
I
Will
have
it?
the cucumber in here. Yeah. Does that work?
Hmm.
Otherwise, maybe I
Um,
should just go plant one quick.
I know with like our I haven't done veggie starts from our Canadian Tire here in Canada, but it was always like you'd get six little plants like for $2. So that's
6
where,
little plants for $2. Okay.
yeah, like that would be like 6 cauliflower, six, whatever veggie it would be, 6 broccoli, 6 lettuce, six, $2.
Yeah, the one I looked at, the basil, for example, was in a 3 by 3 container, so it was very mature.
Yes.
We all know that if you buy it smaller, it's cheaper. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, these won't be huge, but they'll have so much, um food in them that they do grow quite well. But yeah.
Yep.
So in Kentucky, I grew them last year and saved seeds. So they and they will also be grown in Texas next spring. The Nonas are making their way. That's so cool. Yeah. Oh, more people saying hello. I've never tried with cucumber, she said. So, oh, I'm sorry, darling. That's it is that thing where it's like, those are my children. They're my plant
Mhm.
babies.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's like, just let me. I'll do it for you. I'm a professional crawler under the table person.
Yeah, because it's May 17th, and I can't plant these outside till June 1st. Now they'll go outside again. I have to like restart the hardening off process, kinda, not
Mm,
fully, because they've been
mm,
inside for like 2 days now because it's too cold. But did I
mm.
have too many tomatoes in the first place and didn't have a home for them? But I'm still upset.
Because you can't have a tomato down. There's a tomato down because what if the other ones all die?
They
This could
could
have
get
been
eaten.
this could have been
Yeah.
the one tomato.
Yeah.
We caught the Bonnie rep at Ace Hardware and got 6 pack for $3.99. We usually don't buy plants, but I did not have time nor resources to start my own this year. Everything packed up. Yes, because you're moving to Texas.
Oh, wow.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes, it is awesome. Except for, the garden has to, she's not doing her garden as she would normally,
Right.
have it and whatnot. So
That's the fun of moving as a gardener. You make hard decisions because we're very impulsive and addicted. So
well,
we
I know
accept
we're
any method.
that's right. Well, we're putting together these grow bags and or not grow bags, these raised beds.
Mm.
And I don't know what it was like, well, Marissa goes like, well, so if we move, we'll take them. And I said, no, She goes, we got to take them. And I said, and what do I do with all the soil that's in them? Just leave them big giant mounds? I said, we'll just get new ones. Because I said, what if someone that buys my house goes, oh, I'm so glad that you have a garden?
It's right, that could happen, and then the bad, we're not gonna speak about the bad that could happen, but it's like
Mhm.
Garden Like a Viking was talking about all the new raised beds he put in and how wonderful it is and the soil he's been working on for however many years, and eventually he's moving. He's not
Mhm.
living there forever, and he's like, "I think we're just gonna bring the soil with us." I'm like, "What?" He's gonna have to, like, okay.
Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep. We're bringing in. You got a little loader.
I
We are not leaving this. This is nutritious and well, you
yeah,
know, deep soil that's got everything in it. I have worked too hard to leave it
right.
to somebody that doesn't know how good it is.
I chose to leave mine here because I
Mhm.
grew a raised bed style here, and I just oh, it's gonna make me cry. I planted grass in it, and the grass is up now, and it's turning into grass. I
Mm.
might throw some wildflower seeds out there.
Mhm. 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 Yes, they will come into a ready built fabulous garden. Well, Miss Netta's Nest, welcome, welcome. Good to see you.
Hey,
Thank you for coming in and hanging out. And just again, a reminder for those of you that maybe came in a little bit later too, please click that like a button. Just I know I clicked it. I saw one, but I'm just gonna double check
we have
and
17 thumbs ups.
oh, I see an 18. So
Woohoo!
thank you for number 18 for doing that. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
I kind of want
Um,
to grow a type of zucchini and a type of squash and a type of eggplant that I would not choose to eat to try and get like, I don't know. One, it's growing something different. Two, maybe if I prepare it the right way, I'll like it. And three, it teaches my kids another plant. But they are not on my list of things I grow. Because you were talking earlier, like, I don't, do you even grow spaghetti squash? And I don't,
mm-mm.
because I can just get them. It was before, it was because I didn't have space. I have space
Mhm.
now.
Yes.
Maybe.
Mhm. Oh, Lark says they're leaving the chickens too, only because a 2-day drive to Texas. It's just too stressful for chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be awful. I hope I don't have to face that story.
You
Oh, I
can move
hope.
your chickens with you. I just don't know how long they can be right. Like,
Yeah. It's one
I
thing
mean,
if
how do
I'm just
you
take them over the ferry on the
yeah,
mainland, but if
yep.
it's like if I've got another day's drive.
My other thing is,
Mm,
how are you staying, like, are you camping on the way down? Your chickens are in the portable cages, like, that for 2 days doesn't work, and it definitely doesn't work if you're doing a hotel on the way
mhm.
down. Like, there's a lot of I don't knows about that, yeah.
Thanks, Larks. Yay. Mhm. Yeah, well, it will give me some time to plan another
Mm.
Taj Macoop. Well, welcome, Dave. We all we are glad to have a like-minded fellow seed addict in the group. We do appreciate it. Nope, hotel. So yeah, you couldn't sneak those into the room. Just like we're just gonna have the chickens in just to kind of have a day's rest. Nope, nope. Yeah, that's a tough thing. Like, and there's like, I don't have a super favorite. Not like Dottie. Like Dottie, I wouldn't be able to leave. Like I just would be like, I'm sorry, we're not going. You stay here.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving this. I can't leave Dottie. Nobody knows how to look after her properly. Nobody's her friend. She's my best friend. But
Right.
you know, welcome, Duncan. We are grateful to have you be a part of our group of seed addicts. And
Yeah,
it's
I
hard. It's
it's yeah,
hard.
right. Seed addict GT Junior's here still.
Oh, I'm sorry. He is our leader. He and I think there was one other person who had um seeds up the wazoo, but he is our leader.
He's starting
We
to get into like buying cuttings and
mm,
trees and that kind
mhm.
of stuff. That's a whole
Oh,
nother level.
that's right. He's moved up. Got this other thing. I'm gonna grow all these trees and have them in my greenhouse. And yeah, yeah. I have a lot of seeds as well. Um, it's and it's hard to not keep buying them. Like you go, Maureen, you have a lot of seeds. You don't need to go. Well, I don't have these seeds.
The new variety thing is what gets me. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Or it's just like like this is going to be my first year to try to grow drying beans and baking. Well,
Oh,
I'm and so it's like I those are all um up the wazoo. Like I've got lots of spaces except for again I think I lost the peas, but I've got the Jacob's cattle growing in with where the asparagus bed is. Um, and I don't know how many plants that I should have for those. I feel like I probably needed to have much more.
you always need more when it comes to dry beans.
Okay.
Usually, plant
Yeah.
more than you think you need.
So what would you plant?
The whole packet for sure. I
Oh,
don't know what you
really?
have. What size is your packet? Is it
I don't
100 or is it 65? Is it 30? Is it 15?
I don't know. I'd have to see.
I also have
Um,
a problem where I almost can't plant the whole packet of anything because what if something happens? And then I still need like 4 seeds. And I've had people tell me that you should just plant the whole packet, Shawnee. Like, what are you doing with your
mhm. Well, because you can collect some seeds from like from what you grow. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever recover from being a seed addict either. you know and it is an art form to learn it, if you want to have pure seed. That's
Yeah, the dried bean thing, the other reason why I say plant more is because you're gonna save some for seed next year usually, since they're so easy to you're drying them on the vine, you're storing them dry. That's the seed, right?
mhm,
That's why I
mhm.
say plant more.
Yeah, I might just go and buy them again from Rainbow Seeds. But it's like, but I
Okay.
want to do it where I'm
And
like,
this is
because
new to
I've
you
got
though,
it is new, but
so
I've
you
so I've
don't know
got,
if you like it.
well, I like red kidney
It
beans.
could be yucky.
No, no, I've
You
got
get
red kidney beans, white kidney beans, the Jacob's cattle, and pinto beans, and there might be another one or two. And then I've got just the regular, bush beans and pole beans. And those are for eating and canning. But I wanted to try to get into the place where instead of instead of buying my dried red kidney beans to make my chili beans, that I grow them myself. Like
Mhm.
how awesome would that be?
It's another level of
Yeah.
awesome.
But it's like when I made the chili beans, whatever, like a week or so ago, well, that was 14 cups. So
14 cups.
I
Okay.
want to be able to grow 14 cups of red kidney beans or of any of the beans. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic, Dave. I've mastered gardening. Now I am saving my own seed. Cost of gardening zero. That's fantastic. All right,
What?
we'll hold your spot, Miss Sharon. We'll hold it for you.
Okay, so this can't be right. This is just a very quick, I did not look deep into this. Do not quote me right now. Planting 1 pound of dry bean seed is 6 cups of cooked beans? That can't be, I can't be reading that right. How much does a pound of
Mm.
beans look like?
Of dried or wet.
Of the seed, like
Mhm.
planting a pound of seed gets you 6 cups of. Anybody have an equation for this?
Yeah, not me. Thanks, GT. Appreciate that. Yes, Dave, that's the best. And I thank you for your lovely giant German radish. Okay, Lark says, I bet you can get 1 pound per plant if you grow
Oh,
them well.
okay. That sounds good.
Okay, what do I need to do, Larks, to make sure I'm growing them well?
Yeah.
What are things that I need to avoid? What mistakes that I don't want to make? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Mhm. Oh yeah, Brenda says the same thing. So that's good.
Because I grew,
Feed them. Feed them. Feed them poo poo juice. Well, I'm gonna feed them poo poo juice. They will get their poo poo juice. Well, that's kind of exciting to note because I would like to. N- I I don't know that I'll ever get into the real technical seed saving aspect of where you are, when the plant is at the end and stuff like that, that you put, some sort of cloth or um organza bag or something over top of it so that it can't um the flowers like with your brassicas so that they don't get pollinated by another brassica and stay pure. I don't know that I'll ever get into that, but I would like to get to the place where it's like food that I need to can, with the exception of the meat in some of the things. I would like to be able to do all of it. I'd like to go. I'm canning all my peas up for the year. I'm canning all the corn, making cornmeal um, as well, and any of our bean recipes, like in making, canning up pinto beans so that we can make refried beans. So, bush beans, on average, one bush bean plant produces about zero 0.5 to 1 pound, so 8 to 16 ounces of fresh beans per plant over its harvest period. That's awesome. Pole beans, one pole bean plant typically yields 1 to 2 pounds of fresh beans over its growing season. Okay. Okay. Good to know, Carol. Finally putting them down. We just finished John Wick 4. I liked all the John Wicks. They are good. Oh, yeah. And then Carol's just saying, hello. Kale, beets, onions, and lettuce seeds for saving are on the list this year. Cool. I don't know if that I've ever let my lettuce get to the place, when I see it bolting, that I've never let it get to seed. And I think that would be kind of a cool thing. Um, that's pretty awesome. And I don't think nope, same with beets. Kale I've seen, onions I've done. I have done onions and not on purpose, just like, oh, we got this wonderful little seed head. That's great. Um, yeah, everybody just saying hello to Carol, who's finished watching um, John Wick 4. So she will be joining us shortly. And that. So, yeah, and I do make salsa. Like, well, I just did, I think 20, 21, 22 pints of tikka masala or something like that, and then 14 quarts of chili beans. But I would like to be able to make these things with everything that I grow. And so I'm really going to try to work hard with the onions this year in hopes that I can grow onions, except for I think I've lost most of my storage onions. But I think if I just go and put them into ground, like put new seed into ground, they'll be fine because they can grow well into the winter. So yes, thank you for that. Yeah, uh, we've run out of salsa and we've run out of our chili beans or out of beans. So it was like, if we're gonna have anything, if we're gonna do any sort of meals that need those, I need to can them up. So I think I don't have enough to make a big, a, a, a big amount of salsa, but we could. But I'd rather be using my own jalapenos, my own onions. So, and Miss Sharon says, if it's not raining tomorrow, all those stupid onions are going into the burn pile. I'm sick of waiting on them. Oh no. Okay, good night, Howie. Thank you so much for popping in. It's good to see you here. I appreciate that. Oh, you use scarlet runner beans for chili. Okay. I think I've not grown. I think I've done scarlet runner beans, but I don't think I got very many of them. I think I had something not quite right with them. So I do feel that and I do feel like because I sprouted my all my beans in paper towel, and I probably planted them 3 days too late. Some of them just went to mush and stuff like that. So I think I've put some into ground, and I'm not sure if one side they did come up and it's different beans, and then this other side they didn't. So I think I'm gonna throw some more beans out there and then replant some peas. And if it means that I get too many of them, then so be it. It's no big a deal. Because the more the better, more better, because I love eating like Romano beans are my favorite bean to eat with a meal, like a dinner meal. But Marissa would like to have pickled beans, um, excuse me, and things like that to can up. And she hasn't tried fermenting beans yet. So that would be something that should be interesting. And she is planning to. She feels that she will probably ferment cucumbers, the pickling cukes, more so than making pickles. She would rather just do all fermented. And I think I don't know if it's like if I've got upwards to about 10 pickling cukes. And then it was again something ridiculous. I've got the F1 hybrid um, long English cucumber, and then another English cucumber that's called um, Chelsea or prize Chelsea or something like that. And between those two, I think it was like 14 of one and maybe 8 of the other. But it's like that's a lot of cucumbers, Marie. Where are you gonna put them all?
Well, it's like when we're talking about pickling or lacto fermenting the cucumbers into pickles, blah blah blah. It's like more plants the better because then we have a bunch at once coming in. It's the slicers where I'm like, how many do we really need? Because how many can I really eat? But now I juice them, so I definitely am upping my cucumber planting
Okay.
this year.
Yeah. 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 I agree. I'm like the loofahs. I don't know if she said 9 or 12. And I'm gonna put them on the arch this year out there.
12 loofah plants?
Uh,
Okay.
well, who's gonna buy a loofah plant? And I just again I
Oh,
saw somebody who grows loofahs in California, and they go, the loofahs pick you. You can't pick yourself to say, I will be a loofah grower.
oh, okay.
They're bougie plants. And so I just went, I'm going to plant a bunch. And I thought maybe I would sell some, but most people still don't know what a loofah is.
Right.
And we want to make this, like Marissa loves the scrubbers and
Mhm.
she loves them, as a hand soap, Um, and so I, the only time that I got, ones that were probably about this big, they grew out of a pot in my front yard. The ones that were in the back at the studio where it's beautiful and hot, they were, double or no, yeah, not even about one and a half of my thumb, and maybe about this big. And it's like, what do you do with that? Well, it's one you put on your finger for using it on your face. It's a finger loofah.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that my big trellis out front, which why don't I see it? Maybe I'm too low. Nobody's gonna steal your like the thing weighs a bazillion pounds. It's like, did someone move my trellis? So we're just gonna put half on one side and half on the other, and just let them go to town, and hope that the deer don't eat them.
I'm so excited to watch that. And
Maureen sitting outside of the trellis. Shoo, shoo, you deer, shoo!
yeah,
Don't eat my loofahs. Anyway,
I mean, that's a good strategy to have like 12 in case the deer come.
hmm
Yeah,
they might
definitely.
might miss them.
I love that.
The greens from the onions might get dried and powdered, depends on how the coffee hits me. Aw. Actually, I'm in the process of dehydrating a whole bunch of celery. I'm only I've ran it twice, but I need to take
Well,
all the leaves out.
tell me that how did you acquire celery so much? Did you just find it at the store and a good deal and
No, it's in my garden.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right now you can harvest celery?
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
I just planted mine.
It's it's right at the top of the three-tiered garden bed, and I planted it. I moved it over there last year,
Okay.
and so now it's basically got the building in behind it, like it's right up against the studio, and that is the south. So it's not like it never died. It just grew all
Oh,
winter.
it's okay. Yeah, because I was like, minor. Okay.
No, no, I and it like it's like and I just went and did a big chop because I just thought it, I find I don't know if you know or anybody else knows how to because I think there's things you can do to help celery not be so bitter tasting when it's homegrown. It's more bitter when you grow it at home. And I just thought I still want it for, soups and things. So I
Yeah.
thought, well, I'm going to dehydrate it and then, vacuum seal it into mason jars because I've got one of those sealers.
Mm.
And so,
Hmm.
so I thought,
Did you
um,
cut all of it down?
no,
So, like, maybe that one will go to seed this year.
mm, I cut the parts off that would have wanted to try to go to seed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Dave has
Yeah.
celery in the greenhouse from last year too? What?
Oh yeah. I've got to catch up here because I was wanting to see this. Saw my nasturtiums bit the dust today. Oh, they had water. They were variegated, but never sent out a flower. So the soil must be depleted. Oh, great idea, Miss Sharon. What is Miss Sharon saying? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, hello, Janet Potter. Great to see you. Thank you so very much for coming in. No, not the loofah. Why? Why no to the loofah? So true. Loofahs decide if they want to grow for you. Okay, that's probably how it was said on this video I was watching. You know, um, they're part of the, but they're part of their loofah soap. Welcome back from the bushes. Yes, I got that. Um, so Bowtie said loofahs grew over his yard into the neighbors. We want to grow over there. Yes, I am in zone 9B. Weird things going in zone 9. Um, yeah. Yeah, mine grow year round. Some of them will die off if they get a little too soggy, but I just kind of cut out the centers, anything that was big and so
That is really cool because nope,
yeah.
that's not a thing here. I'm so proud that I got my celery to grow from seed and be healthy and transplanted, and now we just hope nothing eats it. And then I keep it
Mhm.
well watered because last year I had to buy new ones.
Right. Hey, Crazy Life Homestead. Hey Mo, how you doing? Oh, thank you, Miss
Look at that.
Sharon.
I know we need like a ding.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, so 5 people. I don't know how they do
It's it,
the gifting of it. Like if it just randomly picks people or if
1, 2,
yeah,
3, 4.
I haven't seen if it comes up. It
Did
doesn't
it
show
pop up
me.
on? Do you have YouTube open?
I
It'll
do.
tell you like Cheryl Norris received a gift.
Oh, I see that
You see
now.
it?
Yep,
Okay.
I do. Larks, you can have all the so yeah, I guess it's not coming up in here. So Cheryl, you received a gift of membership, and L Triple G, you received one, and LP, the LP Dimension, and Serena. Well, thank you very much. That was very, very kind. Very kind. No, I'm just trying to catch up where we are. There was a waving. I can't wait till Shawnee has a greenhouse and can grow lemons and kiwis. Do you want to grow lemons and kiwis?
I my kids love making lemonade from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the first things they really take control of with the recipe that we teach here. And so they would really like it. I feel like it takes too dang long to
To
like get
grow.
the lemon, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I told Dave I should start a list, like what really would be what would I do with it? With the
Mm-hmm.
greenhouse, right?
Mm-hmm. Good night, my Renaissance grandma. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us this evening. God bless your day tomorrow. Okay, so YouTube randomly chooses. Nice. Okay. Oh, you're going to be getting back to your vlog soon. Okay, that's awesome. People saying goodnight. Oh, wow. Look at who's here. Storms, radios, and cats. Welcome in, Storms. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, I should start sharing this stream on TikTok too. You'd grow a big audience there, I think. Yeah. I don't know if I know how to do that. TikTok seems there's things in it that seems a bit more complicated there. But if someone told me how to do it, then I could probably do it. But also, Canadians, we don't make any money off of TikTok. They don't pay Canadians. They only pay Americans. That's it. So, oh, probably need. Okay, now you're. Thanks, Larks, for sharing that. Yes, it is rude that they don't pay Canadians, but Instagram was the same thing. Um, you know, Canadians wouldn't get paid, and then eventually that changed, and so then people can make money off of Instagram. But so I imagine that TikTok eventually it'll be Canadians will be allowed to make money off of it. So actually, there's a lot of Canadians that a year or two ago moved down to the States because they had big followers and were missing out on that revenue opportunity. So they actually upped and moved. So yeah, I don't like words like OBS. Uh, that's where it gets. I just no, I
Why?
don't understand what you're talking to me about, and don't try to explain it. It doesn't work. I can't do it.
I have seeds that I definitely am not planting. I
Oh,
have I have rice and wheat that I don't know where that's going to go. So it's just going to sit in its bag for this year. We have enough. I actually was told, because if you don't know anybody here, I don't garden on my own land. I garden on somebody else's property, and the landowner was like, "You're not starting any more new gardens this year." So it's just sitting in its bag.
you were going to try to grow rice?
Yeah, it's like some red Carolina rice that apparently doesn't
Mm.
need to like grow in a water field. Like,
Oh,
because Minnesota grows wild rice, but near water.
uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure. And I don't have that. I don't have a pond.
And the wheat,
I
you'd
have two
grow
different
wheat?
kinds. I have two different kinds. It's in a bag. I don't remember which ones. And I was
Mhm.
gonna I know, I've seen, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and
Cutting
for
and the
very little
thrashing and the whipping and the whiffing or whatever and the
and
I don't
very
even own a
little
grinder.
right.
I don't
But just the fact that, it's like the amount of wheat that you have to grow just to make a cup of flour.
Yeah.
But you just want to go, "Hi, I'm Shani Grows,
I
and
just
I've grown a cup of flour."
I done it, right? Yeah. I was like, well, we have the space, but I got cut off on
But did you? Would
well,
they
they
notice?
haven't taught me how to use that part of the tractor yet, so if
Oh.
they're not gonna drive
Uh-oh.
it.
Uh-oh.
The rice? Okay,
GT's
let me go look.
GT, our seed hoarder leader is speaking. He's wanting to know, where do we get rice from? Because that sounds very interesting. Mm. Yeah, I think I did come across some. I think I came across some rice on one of the kind of prepping prepping seed bags that they'll send to you, all Cryovac and stuff like that. So um you could get enough to make a loaf of bread. Grow your own grapes and peanuts, and you can make your own sandwich from scratch. Uh-huh. Pretty much. Look at, I've got 6 little peanut butters, or 6 little peanuts. I'm gonna make my peanut butter. Got my little cluster of grapes. Gonna add some sugar, mix some jam. Actually, that was the thing I did the other night. Got an itch in my back. It was, what was it? What were we making? It was something with strawberries. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Miss Carol, South Florida Sunshine. You can put yourself up. Oh, cute bandana. Aren't you all cute tonight? Oh, I don't hear you yet. Is it just me that's not hearing her? Oh, it says you're muted. Unmute mic. Nope. Can't unmute your guest mic because they've chose to mute themselves.
Is it okay now?
It's now. Yeah, it's back.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know what happened. It said it was connected and then it wasn't. Liars.
Well,
liar, liar.
me. You know mine. Mine will just mute me, in the middle of whatever. So
whatever it's doing. Hey everybody. Oh my goodness. So I lost my nasturtiums. They melted into, they're not looking well. I lost them. They never bloomed, and I'm thinking that just that area and the soil just didn't have what they needed, because I just direct sowed them into the ground over near where my bulbs are, and they probably pulled too much out of the soil over there. Yeah, but I went outside and my Easter lilies are finally starting to bloom. They just did not bloom last year. I just had all greens and no blooms, and I was like, oh well, that's some.
When did you plant them?
My Easter lilies stay in the ground all year long here.
Yes, yes. But when did you start? Has it been like years that they've been in there?
Yeah, years.
Oh, okay.
They came back after a bunny rabbit came in and ate a lot of them, my lily bulbs. Thinking rabbit. Took out all my what are they? Are they Oriental or Asian lilies? I never can remember which. But like the stargazer type and everything, they ate all those. Random nasturtiums growing. Oh, cool.
That's nice.
That means yours went to seed. Go ahead.
My Oriental lilies, I've had them for quite a few years, and they're just in a pot, and they are the most beautiful, fragrant, and great big blooms. But the springtime, the new babies went, look at this nice little pot that Maureen left for us with some dirt in it. Let us dig. We wanted to. Let's look for goodies, and so I eventually got them shooed.
No.
I could still see it. Hi, I'm a little bit hurt. Put some more soil in, and then put something over top. And usually by now they're. I think they are more of a. They start blooming more in June for me, and I'm just not seeing a whole lot. So I think it's like dang damn it, but I could go buy some more.
My rain lilies were blooming because we got a little bit of rain, but yeah, I missed like last year, same thing. I didn't have any real lily blooms other than the rain lilies once the rain season comes. But I'm trying to think what else I saw out there. My roselle is still doing okay.
Oh, good.
It started to bloom a little bit, but I didn't get out there for any calyx. Probably something ate it. I don't know. They're only like this tall right now. They're supposed to get huge here. Oh, they drowned in all your rain.
Just awful. there's us over here going, we need rain, we need rain. And
Mm-hmm.
you're going, stop the
Right.
rain, stop the rain. Mind you, we did
Yeah,
have three days of some good moisture, which was good because my garlic
Mhm.
was really in desperate need of it's in desperate need of food. So I did poo juice it this past week and did somewhat of a water, but having
Right.
kind of this 3 days of sprinkling, it's been good for it. And yeah, it's been good to have, like, just to get a really good soaking. It's been quite windy
Yes.
here too, so it's like we get that dryness happening as well.
Like
But
in between. That's
mhm,
that's
mhm,
what we've been having. We get rain and then it's like all of a sudden everything's parched again. Everything
right.
is just compacted and parched. Um,
Mhm.
I went out there and I'm glad I went out there today. I noticed, I don't know if it's near a sprinkler because I didn't think that much rain, but one of my roses was swimming. The outer pot is not draining properly, so I have to fix that. So I just took it out of the outer pot for right now. But I almost
Mhm.
lost one of my whole like climbing roses. It,
Mm.
I'm hoping it'll pull through. It's like,
Mhm.
no. But the rest of the stuff
Mhm.
is coming along. I still have mangoes. They haven't dropped off the
Ah,
tree. So I've got two trees with mangoes on them. We'll see. They're really young, so we'll see if they make it. Um, I don't think the Shipahota Cobb is going to make it. The soursop is blooming. I've still got fruit on the soursop, and I found out it has a mite. I was always wondering like what was going on with the leaves because I wanted to share them with people for tea, and I'm like, my leaves don't look right. What the heck is that? They were like look like galls. And finally, after a lot of digging, I found out what the bug is. It's usually a certain type of mite that gets in there and causes the galls. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to give people mite tea. Mm-mm, no, no. I want to get them mighty tea, but not mite tea. That would be gross. So, but yeah, I haven't planted anything more. A shampoo ginger is coming up. Oh, what happened there?
She'll be right back, I'm sure.
Yes, it's just a commercial break on
Keep
her
on
side.
going.
Yeah. So what's in the front here? Is that a big tomato? What do you got in the front
Carol,
of you?
there was a situation today. So
Oh
you know how I
no.
had my seedlings in the house because it's too cold outside
Uh-oh.
and I live with four other
Yeah.
people? Well, one of those
Yes.
people wanted to do things on their own instead of
Oh
letting me help
no.
them, and they moved the table in front of the stove, and I said, "Well, I'm cooking, I need to pull the ham out in 14 minutes, you need to move the table back," and when they moved the table back, they
No.
did it too hard and fast, and my whole
Oh no.
tray of seedlings dumped over the side. So what you see here is Abe Lincoln, pork chop, lemon boy, Nona's, that one fell on the ground, and a cucumber. So what we're doing is we took the snapped plants and we
Yeah.
trimmed it. I'm gonna
Oh.
get, you know,
Okay.
so the
The
bottom
root
doesn't have
maybe?
leaves. Everyone says it's gonna
Okay.
work. Maybe not the cucumber,
Yeah.
but the tomatoes.
Okay.
And then the ones that
Yeah.
didn't snap, they're so
Mhm.
like ugh,
Oh no.
in
Oh
their soil,
no.
and they still can't go outside for a couple days. It's just way too cold even during the day. Um,
Oh my
and it's
gosh.
okay. It was an accident, and, I have
Yeah.
extras, but Carol, I cried
I
hard
bet.
cleaning
I
this up.
bet. I
So
bet
here
you
they
did.
are.
I would have cried too. I would have
Yeah.
cried too. That's so hard. I put that whole new IKEA thing together for Malachi today, and I sent you that picture. Well, I had put a cabinet on after because it was supposed to have these cabinets on that center level. Crappiest thing I've ever seen to put together. It's got like, it's IKEA. So, but it has this cardboard piece that you put in first, then you put in the hinge into that cardboard, and they give you screws that are like maybe this big to go into
Mm.
that Formica stuff. And Malachi opened it 3 times and then he put just a little weight on it and the whole thing popped out of the cube, like broke. I was like, yeah, that's out. We're not using those. I was pretty upset. And my husband just looked at me. He's like, it was an accident. Oh, here she is. She's coming back. I was
Okay.
like, yes, I know. Yay!
Are you
There
going
she
to
is,
leave it
our host.
I lost my
I
internet.
think
I
so
lost my
for right
internet.
now. Oh, I can't. It won't let me drag. I'm trying to put myself back over there so you're in the hostess corner. I feel
Oh,
like
okay,
this
no
is the
problem. I
hostess
can do it.
corner. There
So
you
you
go.
have power and internet now.
I
What's
lost my
going
internet.
on? Wow. Just totally dropped.
Yes,
Are you guys
like, and
having
it's like, and I'm hard, like I'm wired in, and it was like, it was like, no, you have no internet, and it's like, what?
Oh
What?
no.
Mm-hmm. It was weird.
That'll be me during hurricane season, so I'll probably be dealing
Mm.
with that in and out.
Mm.
Oh,
Hmm.
Lark says she's got a scat.
Okay,
Hopefully
thanks
not
for
like a raccoon. Oh, I mean, sorry.
thanks for coming in, Larks, and for those great. Oh, that's really bright. Those great tips, and hopefully I will remember them. That would be the most important aspect of it. So I'm glad
And have a
I'm
good
glad
night,
it
Lark.
kept the connection going at least. So that part was good.
Right.
To not just that I lost the whole thing.
Okay.
So have a
Are
good
you
night,
having
Larks.
storms? Did I miss that? Are you having storms right
Mm,
now?
no,
No?
not at all.
Okay.
No, it's like
I was
it's a big
late.
white sheet. It's all the chemtrails all joined together, but no,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fine.
Oh, speaking of chemtrails, and that kind of goes into microplastics. I got rid of like all my plastic storage containers for like meals today. I cleaned them
Oh,
all out and I had replaced them with like anchor hocking the glass with the
yeah,
silicone tops. So I want to get some
awesome.
more of the because yeah, I felt like I got rid of so much and only put a little bit in there, but it should work for now. I sent you a picture of my oh, there you go.
Sure,
Save
I will
it. Feel
go
free
and
to share it.
awesome.
I see so many pretty ones, and then I look at the thorns, and I'm like, no. I almost was gonna get a kefir, kefir. How do you say that? The kefir lime. I
I
almost
don't
was
know.
gonna get one, and in the picture, the thorns were like
Mhm.
that big, and I was like, I can't. I'm not- Just and the
Wow.
pollen. Like the pollen will get Hannah, and then the thorns might get Malachi. I don't know where I could put
Hmm.
thorny fruit. Maybe I could sneak it outside the back of my gate. Ooh,
Look
yeah,
at
that's the
this.
color of mine. Pretty.
It's so
That's
pretty. I can't
beautiful.
make it any bigger than that, unfortunately. That's
It's
so
really
lovely.
pretty. Hmm.
Mhm. Does it have nice fragrance? That would be the pink rose at the top of the hill only have a few roses. What did I do?
I
Now
don't
I've
know. You just
removed
took
have
us all away. Yeah.
how
No,
did I
wait.
take
It's not let. I don't know what you did. It's not letting
I
us
didn't
add. Is it
oh,
doing it?
I can
It
add this. Oh, maybe if I say
weird.
stop sharing?
No,
Nope, we're
are
still
we?
not there.
Yeah, it's just
Remove,
giving us
remove.
the option to remove
Oh,
everybody. Hold on.
group discussion? Is it this one that I need? Show on stage. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was weird because you had
It
that
was
backing before.
yes, I did. It so
StreamYard, you're being
it moved
weird.
me, moved it to another one, so I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Did you buy the paid version? Maybe it figured out you were using a screen you weren't allowed to use, and it was just like, oh, no, young lady,
Yes.
no, not
You
until
can't
you
do
pay the big
that.
bucks. That's
Yeah, you can't
right.
do that. All right. I
Oh, he
might
said they do smell good. They do smell good.
mm, that's
You might
awesome.
what?
That's my favorite. I'm gonna slip away here because I think
Okay.
it's not super dark, but I'm gonna just go and put the ladies up. So I'll be back. I'll
Okay.
be back in a
Okay.
minute. Let's just stop my camera.
Hey, welcome, Richard.
Hey, Richard. Good morning.
Good morning. How's South Africa today? Let's see what else is going on in the garden world for me. I do still have two banana plants producing. but those, they don't ripen for quite a while. Shampoo ginger's up. Galangal seems like it's hanging on. I think I need to put some bone meal down, which I'm surprised because we're pretty high in a lot of those minerals. But to be honest with you, oh yeah, the honeysuckle fragrance is overpowering the rose fragrance, I bet. I know, I almost thought about getting a jasmine, but I needed to wait and I want to research it more to see which one I should be putting, like what's native. I know we have a native one because I went to a local nursery and they had like 10, I don't know, maybe it was 5 different types of jasmine. And I'm like, okay, but which one's ours? Which one is closest to what we can grow? I mean, we can grow them all, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to choose. Let's see, here we go. Monday morning weather warning for Tuesday and Wednesday. Wow, snow. Wow. You guys are
Yeah,
gonna get snow.
he's on the other season now.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Hi, Richard.
No, they don't need a male. Nope, they're cloned. They just produce on their own. They just form what's called a mat underneath, which is their corm, and it spreads out and it's all connected. And basically, you get a mama plant and a daddy flower, and then the little mommy flowers make all the little hands, which is really it's droops of berries. But no, you don't. So for down here, for me, it was one of my easier things to grow. Unfortunately, I had a red banana that my dog might have pummeled to death because it looks like it was a cell culture, which cell cultures are really small and really thin, and sometimes they don't survive. Yeah, winter's starting now. Hi, Johnny Gross. You're welcome. I love growing. I would love to have more bananas. In fact, I was looking at my backyard through my security camera and I'm like, I could probably trim back my plumera and remove it and use because plumeras are really easy to just shove in the ground and they will usually grow again. Take the cuttings and I'll put them somewhere else because that's where a lot of my sun is. Shawnee's seen my backyard before. We have a problem with strangler figs that are kind of blocking out a lot of our light. And until I get my pole saw, it's going to stay that way. I did get some cut with a pruner, but I need a saw. It's pretty bad. But yeah, Janet, they grow down here really well.
If GT is still here, this is what the seed packet looks like. It's called Southern Exposure Seed Exchange.
Oh,
The rice is called Carolina Gold. And so, like,
nice.
this is how much seed is in here. And I
Wow.
bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I have no clue if that's the adequate amount to grow rice. But I'm not. We were
I
talking
don't
about
either.
being like seed addicts, and I'm like, yeah, I bought seeds I can't even
Yeah,
plant this year. These are not getting planted this year. Um, so he goes, "Where did you get it?" Is why there. That's where I got it.
that's cool, Richard. Yeah, I knew somebody who did that and it worked out for them, I think, pretty well.
And that was to keep things from eating it, I think, Richard. If I remember right, while you're changing it. You got it?
GT's
Okay.
still here. Southern Exposure Seeds. I'm gonna have to check them out. They sound
Let's
like they
see.
would have stuff
I
that's
can put
for down
you
here.
can even request a catalog, it looks like. Let me get the link.
Oh, catalog is dangerous. Total seed farm. I got there. Did you get? Well, you probably got there already and got the
I
link.
put the link in the chat, yeah, and he did a
I knew
screenshot of
it. So fast.
it. Wow. Yeah, we talked earlier how I have no clue if those seedlings that I put out at the garden made it through
Mm-hmm.
the 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh
But I
my
did tell Miss
goodness.
Sharon that we've got extras here at the rental house ready to go
Yeah.
if they're
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you have like something to replant right away. I remember watching Epic Gardening and Jacques and Eric. What's his name? The guy who runs it?
Is it Kevin?
Is it Eric? Kevin, thank you.
And
I don't know
Eric is
why I was
the
thinking
other.
Eric.
Well, I think Eric is the like.
Oh, that's when he shaves or something
Yeah,
and takes
yeah.
away his stubble. Okay, yeah, that's
Alter
his
ego, maybe is what I'm trying
alter
to say.
ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember them talking about that was a benefit of actually, instead of just direct sowing, is starting seeds, because in case that happens, like your direct sown broccoli dies and you don't have a backup, then that's it. You're not getting that broccoli. That's one of the reasons that they like to do both. Like they'll direct sow and I guess start some seeds too, so they have their own to go in there. I was like, that makes sense, but I don't have a spot for it yet to do that.
If it's like if you've really got it down, like the organization or the timing or a schedule, or remember to, it
Right,
gets so busy in gardening season to remember to take care of a seedling in a six
right.
cell. When you've already got a whole garden's worth of stuff, it's a whole nother
Hmm.
level. Yeah.
Right, right. And for me, I need to have the setup so I have the light, because we try to keep the light out here because we have our AC on a lot.
Yeah.
Easier to, oh, no moles. Okay. So are you keeping that whole plastic, I guess, bottom, and you're just going to drill holes in it so they can't get through? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, those IBC toasts are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. I have them metal, and before I lay them down, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put hardware cloth underneath it,
Hmm.
so I don't want rats digging up through. Or we have voles too that like to get into things. So, but I don't know if they would dig that much, like that much, because what is it like? I think mine are almost like 18 inches tall
I thought you
and
were
big.
gonna say that. I thought you were saying the rodent was 18 inches, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh no, no, but they do have a rat that stands pretty tall. I haven't seen them, and yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to ever. They came, I think they had some down in the Keys for a bit. I hope they're gone, but probably not. We've got a little bit of everything. But yeah, I don't know what else. I do need to I have what's called a San Pablo sugar apple. I need to get that in the ground somewhere, or at least
Why?
up pot it.
Oh,
I
up.
need
Okay.
it because it's about this big, and they can grow pretty fast if they get into, a larger pot or native soil. And I want to see that happen. Get fruit. But
Okay.
still the jackfruit is doing its thing. I think what I need to do is mix up the peppermint castle soap with some neem oil, get out there and do a spray at night, and then spray it off in the morning for the mites and also for any kind of fungal stuff to see if it'll help with that. I did try the whey. It was okay. I just don't know how to produce enough of it, like to keep that going. I just,
Yeah, like how
yeah.
many applications? You have to do
Yeah,
it for the
with
whole season?
pretty much with any kind of organic methods, you kind of have to do it for the whole season if it's bad, like if it's a mite infestation. Is there an email? Could send a photo.
You can go to my channel, Richard.
Yeah,
Let's see here. I'll put it in it's a public, what is it?
it's on your about page.
I was trying to remember.
Hey, LGGG, love, good to see you. We're just talking about check in on spring, how those gardens are going.
Yeah, we did not
Right.
get enough rain. Like I put seeds
Yeah,
in the
well,
ground. Like I booked
right.
butt to get transplants and seeds with developing sicknesses in the house, which is worse
Yeah,
now.
I
Everybody's
know.
sick. And then like we had to
No.
birthday, if you can see, birthday's coming up
Oh,
tomorrow, and things had to get canceled and rearranged, and
oh
we're
no.
still, so it's like so disappointing when we barely got any saturation whatsoever for water.
Diva will be back. She just went to put the little ladies to bed. our little chickens. Is that Minecraft birthday or those Minecraft colors
It's
back
a
there?
Minecraft theme. Yes.
I
You figured it out.
thought
All
so. I'm
the
so
we're
sorry,
gonna
you
make a
guys are
Minecraft
sick.
cake. So like
Cool.
blue jello is the water cubes, Rice Krispie bars
Hmm.
is the sand cubes, brownies is the dirt cubes, and we're
Oh,
gonna
fun.
layer it. It does not sound
Very cool.
appetizing to me.
I think you can trellis it. I've seen it done, but
Which variety are
I'm
you
not.
growing, Miss Sharon?
Yeah, what? Yeah, how big are those suckers? But you can use pantyhose to tie them off, and you can get also, what is that? The netting, but then that's plastic. The netting that's on Amazon for fruit, like what they put lemons and stuff. Like if you buy a bulk of something and it's that green like mesh.
Rip an old T-shirt. Okay, you said it's Hale's
Yeah,
cantaloupe.
that
Let's check
too.
it out.
There, that's a good idea. So
Cantaloupe.
I am not a good
Oh my
cantaloupe
goodness!
grower.
It says it's jumbo.
Oh, that might be difficult then. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what though, you watch any of those Asian channels, they put some really big things up on their trellises. I don't know if that's, always real that I'm watching, but sometimes it's like, oh, you'll get mangoes this way, and the tree's this big, and they've got mangoes hanging off it every which way, and that's not how mango really grows. Like,
You're like,
you're like,
what?
I don't think
Did
so.
Sharon say what her trellis is made out of? What's the
Yeah,
trellis made out of? Is it strong?
that would be a good
Because
question
it's
to
like,
ask.
yeah, you could save space and make harvest easier by growing this cantaloupe on a trellis. However, you have to use the slings and
Oh,
hammocks. It is a cattle
okay.
panel? Okay.
Or
Yeah.
bras. You could
So
do.
it's like, did we give you enough ideas for supporting the cantaloupe,
Yeah.
Sharon, or would you like more?
Donnie will find them.
Yeah.
Probably has a garden plot.
He
Oh,
expanded.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about that. That's awesome.
But I don't know if any of his seedlings made it.
Yeah, you guys are getting heck of weather. I'm so glad you're safe, Barry, that you're
We
in here tonight.
Barry, we did talk about the tornadoes in the beginning of this live stream.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad. Yeah,
it's
checking
yeah.
in. Did you guys get any of that? You didn't get any in did you? You got high
Minnesota?
winds, but did you,
It
yeah, does
was so
Minnesota
bad
ever get?
winds, but the bad, like, if you want to
Hmm.
call it severe rain, was north of me, and then like
Okay.
Wisconsin got hit and Michigan got hit and Missouri and Indiana and
Wow.
Illinois and Kentucky. So I missed out on the
Oh, I'm
fun.
glad. Yeah, I'm kind of glad you did.
I just wanted the
Right.
rain.
Yeah, the hammock idea is really cool. Shawnee mentioned that, like with t-shirts, you said? I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea. And then you can bypass the plastic. All for bypassing plastic. I don't know if you were in earshot, but I threw out a bunch of our plastic containers today because I had bought, that was
Oh,
one thing I bought for my Mother's Day. I bought some anchor hocking containers for storage, like after a meal for leftovers. So I got
oh,
rid
the
of a lot.
glass. Oh,
Yeah,
see, I started
the
with glass.
glass.
I started
Yeah.
with glass, and then I switched to deli containers, like you see
Mm-hmm.
food prep people do. And now
Right.
I'm like, what am I doing? I should probably move back to
Because it's
glass.
easy. It's because it's easy, and plus with kids, it's nerve-wracking. Like I'm a little nervous about it, but
Oh, I have a husband and breaks
yeah.
things.
Well, that too, and the husband that breaks things. Yeah, yeah. He was very understanding when Malachi pulled that door completely off that I had just put on. He was
Oh,
like, "Oh, it's
yeah.
just an accident. It's the screws." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not our son just yanking the door down a little
No, I
bit." I'm
was
like,
gonna ask you, are you wanting to now go get maybe like a shim of wood and better screws and make do you really want to have
I
the
no,
doors
I'm
or
not
you're
gonna do
like, I
doors.
don't even.
He's too sensory. I noticed that right away. As soon as it was there, he was just like, he wanted to just open and shut it, open and shut it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's going to
Yeah.
be like total sensory thing. And yeah, I'm not putting
Okay.
that back up. No, I'm going to get more of the little cubes of storage, but I might get
Yeah.
plastic because I got him those material ones that are
The
like
fabric.
the
You
fabric one,
know,
which
we
I don't think
started with
will last.
fabric. We started with
Yeah.
fabric, and
I've
I
had
went
them
to
too.
plastic. Now we
Yeah.
still have the fabric, but they just like I got some plastic ones.
Yeah, their plastic ones that fit in the cube are, oh, that's so sweet, Janet. Yes. It was very scary. Their plastic ones were super expensive, so I gotta
I
find.
wouldn't do that. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
no.
Yeah, no. No, it was like $17, the ones I wanted. And I'm like, $17 each? No. We have some insane weather here, and I feel like we haven't seen it. Oh, that's awful. Yeah,
Oh
definitely be
yeah,
safe,
there's more.
Barry.
Yeah, there's more coming.
Oh, he's here. He's just like in the background. Usually, is he out driving again? He's usually driving at night. Yeah. Oh, look who's back. Oh, there she is. I saw you out peripheral vision. Sorry.
It was a bigger job than I expected because I was like, you haven't closed up the studio, and like and if you get mice in there, that's your own dang fault. And the Furno oven
Oh,
had to be closed up and the cover put over top of it.
love
And
that for no.
Gwendolyn is back to being broody again. So
Oh no.
once the girls are in bed, I take her out and I as long as I put her facing the door, if I put her facing into the
Mm-hmm.
coop, she just pops down and gets back into the nesting box. But I open it up
Mm-hmm.
and there's two of them. And they're both
Oh no.
so I go, great, two are you broody. So, and I think it was Priscilla is the other broody one. She tends to go broody. So I take her out first, get her settled. Then I bring Gwendolyn
Yeah.
out, get her settled. And Gwendolyn then decides to go, you made us have to be put up here. And so, Bit had
Oh,
her and
she gets
whatever.
mad. Oh
Yeah. And then there was three more
gosh.
eggs, but it's like when Cleo was sick and she started buying or not buying, when she started laying, her eggs were really good and healthy. And the last couple of weeks, like I know what hers look like. And she the last 2 days she's laid an egg and they're so fragile that just the chickens, leaning on them, there's always a crack. And it's like,
Oh,
okay, so that's an egg to go to the chickens tomorrow. So,
right.
but it was like her eggs were so healthy, and it's like, what do I need to do to help you? I do put this stuff
Right.
called it's some sort of thing that gets all natural herbs and stuff that's supposed to help, strengthen the eggshell, but it didn't do it for her before either. So
Right.
anyway.
Oh, maybe she's
Hmm.
just not absorbing her calcium. Did they take magnesium? Like chickens? Like
I don't
green?
know.
Oh, you know what? It's been winter. Maybe are you feeding them their dark greens that they usually take right out of your, you
Garden?
know, how they love to. Thank you. No, I was thinking out of your collard patch. I was trying to say it and the
Yeah.
words, but not. Oh,
Uh,
your collards. They're
yeah.
not getting your chard. That's it. Chard. That's the
Yeah.
word. Chard.
Hmm.
Maybe.
So no, I think there could be a lack of that because I haven't been letting them out because there's too many of them for me to like, unless I'm just going to sit out in
Mm,
water and then I can just watch. And then I just, if they get into the garden, I, shoot it up above their heads and like, it's raining here. We don't like it. And so then they leave and they
mm.
learn to not go into those gardens. But it's like, no, I'm not, you guys were in my greenhouse destroying everything. So,
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
okay, Storms. I had said it earlier, but I didn't do the bump part about the bras. Miss Sharon was talking about doing cantaloupe up her,
Trellising it.
trellis.
She has a cattle
Trellising
panel
it.
trellis. Yeah, I asked what is it made
Mm-hmm.
out of, and then what is the variety, and I looked it up, and it was like a giant variety, and I was like, well, you can do this, yes, but to
But you're
support
gonna,
each fruit.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna
you
have
just
to
gotta have support.
get some
Yeah.
pantyhose.
Yep. That was the first thing I said. The pantyhose. That's where I have my knee highs. I found them. They were brand new, like out somewhere, and I was like, I'm taking these. They were super cheap, and I'm like, I'm grabbing these in case I need
Yes.
melons.
Yes.
Oh, you're going
Uh,
okay.
okay.
Be safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dark leafy
but I
greens
mean,
for calcium. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But does it help with their magnesium? Like, how do they absorb it? They need like all the things to absorb the calcium, don't they? Just like us, or no? That's why I was asking. Like, are
I
they?
kind of doubt it. I think their systems are just, if they need it, they'll absorb it, and you just have to make sure that it's provided for them. That's all.
Yeah, and that's what
And
they're
that's all.
missing. Is because they haven't been out.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah,
No.
yeah, it'll work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, I did just I pulled out the kale. I think I had 3 or 4 kale plants from last year, and Marissa's like, I'm not eating kale anymore. There's too many oxalates in
Yeah, they
it. And
are
so I go,
oxalate high. Yeah.
so I said fine. So then I pulled them out and then just threw the plants into the chicken run. So, they eat everything.
Hmm.
So mhm.
Yeah, they were saying they're bioaccumulators too, the kale. Like they used to use it to clean up crops. Um, and then they made it really popular because it was really like cheap. And yeah, I know it
Wow.
like kale suddenly became popular. Well, it used to be just like a decorative thing. Like, remember when we would go to salad
Mhm.
bars, like our generation? I don't know if they did it
Yep.
with yours, Shawnee. You might have been little when they did it, but there was kale everywhere to make it look really pretty, like around
Mhm.
the things that you were actually eating on the salad bar. Kale was not offered on the salad bar; it was a decoration. So yeah, but of course, I think that person was a carnivore, and they were saying that as a bioaccumulator, and yeah.
Mhm.
So you have to have
Yeah.
good soil because it'll pull everything like right out of that
Oh,
soil.
okay. I do love kale chips. I will say that. That is,
I do too.
they're so nummy.
They're very cleansing too if you eat too
Mhm.
many. Somebody told me that.
Well,
Found
it
out
never hurts to
accidentally.
have a bit of extra cleansing
Yeah,
if you're,
yeah.
no, it doesn't hurt. Keep things
Mm-mm.
moving. So that's awesome,
Oh,
Storms.
that is it's great. You brought it back, Storms. I can't throw down coffee because of our dog. Oh, look at this. Thank you, Shawnee.
Yeah, so if you didn't know what bioaccumulator means, it means it sucks up things in the soil and helps clean the soil, kind of like a sunflower would do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then you wouldn't want to
Wow.
eat it if you're using
No,
it to clean
Thank you.
soil.
right. So I
Yeah.
guess it's okay to have one in there.
Yeah.
Oh, the dark leafy greens has the things in it to help absorb the calcium.
So the
By the way, it's the best
magnesium,
way
the
for humans to
K.
get calcium. Oh, also. Okay,
Yeah.
dark leafy greens.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's how I get mine. I used to juice greens, and yeah, that was how I was getting mine. That's also how I found out later on about the kale. But I broke out from kale. I don't know if you've ever had that happen. So I wonder if it was the kale or what they had the kale planted in now.
Right.
I was doing juicing, and I was using the Lanciato. It's the very, very
Lacinato
dark. Yeah, it's
dinosaur.
really dark, almost black.
Right.
They had and I was using that a lot in my juices. And then I think I did mostly it was the kale, and suddenly I just totally broke out all across my chest. And I would have thought, oh, that's just my body detoxing, except for I had been juicing for a while, so I had already detoxed. And I was like, what the frick is this? This is supposed to be organic. But
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe thyroid. I have no idea. Not Carol, but you can work it.
Yeah, I don't know. But maybe I'll
Not
keep
with this
I've
dog.
got
Yeah, not with this dog, Storm. She eats the berries out of the grass. She digs her mouth in and eats stuff. So I have to be
Right.
so
That's why he
careful.
said not Carol. Carol shouldn't
Mhm.
do this. But
Oh, I
other
didn't see the
than that,
knot.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
it's okay.
Storms. I read right over the knot. Yeah, I know it's always me. I'm the exception. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go away for a little bit. I'm just gonna go in my corner.
Come back in here.
I'll be in my
Get a
corner.
beverage and
Oh, I would like one tonight. Yes.
I'm just having
Oh,
juice.
yeah, that's what I was
I
having
just
today was juice.
I just got I saw an earlier friend of mine. She's the one that actually owns Genesis Tallow. So she makes all these tallow products and has done an amazing job with her business here in town. And I saw today that she posted that she'd had her baby. This is her third one. And then her mother-in-law just texted me and said that they'd had their lovely little girl last night at home alone, a free
Oh,
birth. All went well. And
thank God.
Dr. Jacobs survived doing all the things.
Wow.
So it wasn't planned that way, you mean?
Probably not, because I think
Okay.
the first one, they were at her in-laws, and she just went crazy into labor, and so they
Oh,
said, "Let's jump her in the tub," and ended up like there was no time to go to the hospital.
oh.
So I would wonder if it was the same thing.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's
There are just
fantastic.
those women that it's like they hiccup and the baby comes out. I wish I was
Here
one
it
of
is.
them. Oh,
Mm,
oh, the head's here. Whoops, I just
mhm.
sneezed. Can't imagine.
Yeah, so there they were, not having a baby in the hospital at all.
Wow.
So
Well,
good for
good for
them.
them. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, I think I could do okay with helping someone to give birth.
Oh, I thought you meant you could
Being a
have done
doula?
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
you
can.
would be
I
a
could
good.
be. Yeah, I would be a good
Yeah.
doula. But
Yes.
no, but if I had to, if I was the only person here to help, and not that I remember how all the steps and things that need to be done, but like once the baby is out.
Right.
Mr. Google Pants, how do I get the baby to breathe here? And when do I cut the
Right.
umbilical cord, Google Pants?
After it turns white, I learned that after I had my child, they are letting the mommies now who are doing natural birth are letting the blood go into the baby as much as possible because that's that baby's immunity and all that stuff. We didn't know. I didn't know that back in the day. I wish I did. They just take
Mm,
that baby out
mm,
and cut that cord. Like they clamp
mhm.
it and then they cut it. They
Yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
that.
You got
Oh,
booted off.
welcome back. Weird.
Welcome back. I'm sorry you got booted off. Well, mind you, I got booted off. No, I was booted. My internet just said, nope, no more for you. So welcome back.
Yeah. Howie has that one that's gorgeous. It's Joseph's coat, and it's like that, like
Mm,
multicolored. It's a beautiful rose.
mhm.
I wanted that one, but the thorns were just, I don't know where I can put it to keep it away from the child who might grab. Yeah, that sounds gorgeous. Storms. Ask
Mhm.
Randall what it is. We need to know now. But yeah, Joseph's, let me here. I'll get it. I'll look it up. It's so pretty.
I took one from my mom's house, and it's more of the bush type of. It's not a typical tea rose, and the thorns on it. It's like it's just covered in spikes, but it's up on the deck flowering and just smells so beautiful. Oh, he has a video showing it. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, he does. Howie. Let me see. Oh, Randall has the video. You mean or Howie?
Hmm. Randall.
Which one? Randall. Okay. It might be the same one. Hold on one second. Can I remember how
Oh,
to
maybe it is
share? No,
Howie. It's all new. Hi, my name's
I
Maureen. I'm
know
new
it's
to
all new
this.
again. Yes, that's how I feel every Friday and every Saturday. It's all new again. There's the Joseph's. That's
Oh,
the
isn't that
Joseph's coat.
lovely?
Now this is from the
Wow.
heirloom rose place, so of course it's quite, a little bit pricier. But they do have
Doesn't
them
actually
in
even
the big
look
box
real.
stores. I know, isn't it so pretty? And they like vary. Each rose kind of varies
Uh,
in what colors it shows and more. And
wow.
oh, it's so pretty. When he showed it,
Mm.
his video, yeah. I wonder if it's kind of like how hydrangeas are, like with what you
Oh,
feed
with
them.
more coffee,
Yeah,
less
yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
Yeah, like more acid, they change towards red or pink, and then less acid, it's more towards yellow. That would be so cool. But anyway, that's Joseph's coat. In case anybody's
Beautiful.
interested.
Very beautiful.
Oh, I think so too. I need one.
Oopsie daisy. Just gonna fix
Yeah, I'll
this.
have to look. Have to look at Storm's Raven Cat. Yes, there you go. I just saw them do that. There's a whole short on how they do cuttings. And they like seriously just take cuttings like this of roses and put them in a,
Just stick
you
it in.
know, a starting medium. Yeah, and they had a whole bunch of them. And then I was watching them and then they bent them down to make the rose grow even stronger. And then it was like a
Wow.
whole process of how they end up. Then they cut the tops off of those and then made them grow up again to make
Right.
them really strong and robust and big. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
fascinating.
I had pruned a bunch of our roses here, and then I was just using them kind of as just as mulch, and then threw the soil on it, and that little sucker
Pretty.
started to grow. Like it was laying flat, and all of a sudden it was like, "Hello, here's the rose," and
Oh,
it's just growing out of it. Did you lose me again?
oh, wow. No, I'm just not on. I got to get you on YouTube. I've lost you on YouTube.
Okay.
That's all. I just realized when I was finding Joseph's code, I somehow lost my marine.
Oh, there you
Let
go.
your- I'm going to just let your thing play first. Hey, LP.
Yes, Sharon bought 5 memberships and
sweet.
gifted them.
I
Yes, very
saw
kind.
that. That was so sweet. Yeah, I can't get them because I'm a certain type of account. Branded accounts. Branded accounts.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay.
Nope. There's no button for me to click to get them. Yeah. I don't even know when I clicked a branded account, but I did, and it's my old one, Fishes and Loaves. And they're like, nope, because this one was from the Fishes and Loaves life.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, it's really weird. It's bizarre.
Mm.
I couldn't figure it out for the longest time either. There you go. It'll root.
Okay.
Good. They're encouraging you.
Mhm.
Yay.
Mhm.
I
Well,
don't know
what was
what's
it?
what now until it makes a fruit. All the label, I have no clue who's who, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Mhm.
Grunt out of the box. Grunt out of the box had a good a short, and he was talking about that. With if you go and you get a start, don't worry about getting multiple at these crazy prices. Get one because all those suckers become plants. So you're going to still have multiple plants for only that price rather than getting a bunch, and you could still do the same, and then you'd have, of course, crazy amount. But it was like, oh yeah, I never really thought when I looked at starts, like that's right, tomatoes will do that. Okay, yeah, duh. But he
Mhm.
just passed 200,000
Hmm.
and went live from Clearwater, and I just happened to catch it before I went to bed. So I'm
Wow.
glad I caught it. I'm glad I caught it because I was the only mod in there for him, and they were having a good old time because, of course, that's a big milestone.
Yes, it
So,
is.
and it was, and then
Congratulations to
once it
him.
goes, right?
Mhm.
And once it
Yeah.
goes to that, they just, as he's talking, they kept adding.
So
Like,
he did a
Wow.
vertical on his phone. So you know
yeah,
how
he
like
did a
people
vertical
can
in
swipe
Clearwater.
in quicker than like this
Mhm.
format. And so yeah, he's at
Right.
201K.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what, yep. It kept going up while he was talking. It was pretty cool.
Mm.
But wow. Anything that grows.
Advantageous
I mean,
roots along its stem or vine can root. I accidentally cut my
yes.
main pumpkin stem last year, but other parts of the vine had rooted, so it survived. Right.
Yeah. David the Good talks about
Wow.
that. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
tell the
that's terrible.
groundhog.
Stinking groundhog.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oops. Copy. And
Yeah.
Brenda, what I think I'll do is I can put the link in the description here, but I was just going to send it to you through Facebook, but I'll just do it here, and then you can just click in. It's so much easier. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, no, you do that. Nope. Let me try it again.
Okay. skip that one.
Invite, copied. Ba-ba.
Me.
Da-da-da-da. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
I wanted to go back to what LP said before we get too far along. David the Good was talking about that with pumpkins, but the Seminole pumpkins that we grow in the South, about as the vines are going, he kicks dirt over them so they do exactly that. So they will root down and form other and like branch off
Oh.
and form more fruit. So
Mhm.
I had never heard that before. I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And then the
Mhm.
same reason, like if something chews off part, you've still got the other part of the plant going.
Right. Yeah,
Especially,
that would make sense. Also, like I've had it with one pumpkin where like it grew to 63 pounds, and then that blue Hubbard squash that I don't remember how much it weighed, but it's like when you have a big fruit, it's taking all the nutrients, and so nothing else will grow.
Mhm.
So if you do cut that off, well then now this plant, can, do more.
Right. The new one that rooted. Yep.
Mm.
Exactly. Oh my, I am so sore. I was like arnica oiling my whole body just about, not to be weird, but like
Dipping,
I was like,
dipping my-
I'm like getting oh
Yeah,
all
when you
over
first
my
start
back,
in the
my legs.
when you first start getting into the heavy parts of gardening, it's the first few days it is like, "Ah, ah, 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 ah,"
It's
and then,
bad.
and
Oh
then
yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, okay, it's not killing me."
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I take
Mm.
diclofenac, so I've been very making sure, very religious to take it so that at the end of the day I'm not hunched over and limping, dragging my left
Right.
foot. Hey, gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Mm,
All the assemblage was on the ground, just like as if you were gardening in the ground today.
mm,
So it was by the time I had part of it put together, my back was on fire. I was like, okay,
mm,
I need a break. But then I finally had it all put together, and Malachi loves it. So I'm grateful.
mhm.
We all love her links, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's our
she's in the
info girl.
basement. I don't see her in the
Oh,
basement.
I don't see
You
her either
do?
yet. I don't see her.
No, you don't? We don't see you in the basement.
Whose basement are you in?
Yeah, whose basement did you go to?
Is it mine?
The wrong link?
It might be a
Maybe it's
delay.
me. I will do it again just because it's like,
Did
what
you do
the
the?
heck?
It's the same link that you sent me. I just looked at
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's the
Mhm.
same link. It's that you can copy and paste. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't see you in the basement there, darling.
Somebody. Yeah, we can't find you. Go out and check the link again to make
Can
sure
you see
you've got the
us?
whole thing. That's so weird.
And I'm
She's not
still
down
I'm still on
below.
the interweb, so it's not that I've been kicked
Yeah,
out. So.
weird. I think it's just the internet tonight. Maybe it's not just you, and
Mm,
you know,
weird
Janet
weathers
got
and
kicked
stuff
out
like that.
too. Yeah, with a lot of weird
Yeah.
weather
Mm,
for sure.
hmm
I meant to
Indeed,
ask when
indeed.
we're in seed time and it says cultivate. What the heck? What does that mean? Prepare the soil or put the thing in the soil? What are they meaning by that word cultivate? Do you two ladies know when they use that word what that means?
I think it's
Like,
it's prepping the bed, or like doing the weeding and feeding and anything like that. Oh, there
okay,
she is. Ladies and
like care
gentlemen,
for it.
please put your hands together for Duncan 1900 Homestead.
There she
Yes,
is.
Richard.
We
Completely true.
gotcha.
You have to think about, how am I going to get
Hi.
back up? Am I going to be here forever? Am I going to be laying on the
Right.
ground for life?
I'm
You're a
the
little bit
same way,
blurry there,
Richard.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a good thing I went and got this vase because it's low on water. Some of them are drooping a little, but
Wow.
Pretty. These
I
are
don't know if I
yours
can get
that
them
you
close enough to the
that
camera.
you grow. I think you need to wipe your camera. Somebody put a fingerprint over it, Brenda. Like what?
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Is that
That's
better?
better.
Yes,
Yep.
much better.
Oh, they are gorgeous. This is out of your garden?
This is out of my front
Wow.
yard. These are
Wow.
white roses.
They almost look like peonies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What's that?
These here are peonies.
Oh, they're pretty.
Or no, this is a peony. This here's
Yeah,
a
that's
carnation.
Carnation. From
Pretty.
your
And
yard. That's
these
amazing.
are catmint.
Oh,
Gorgeous. I love
isn't that
it.
beautiful that you can grow yourself a gorgeous bouquet?
Janet saying hello. So pretty.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. It is amazing.
Stunning.
That's just a few of them.
Just a
Oh
few.
my. Just a few. Oh, they're
I
gorgeous.
have better than a dozen roses in my yard.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Thank you, Shawnee.
Mm-hmm.
I've
That
got
is
like
beautiful.
Whoops, I didn't put me back up.
5 or 6 more out there waiting to be planted.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that.
I just haven't had time to get it done with
Mhm.
hospitals and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
We
how is
hear
your
that.
daughter?
Yeah.
she
she's
is
better.
home.
Oh,
Yay.
good.
Thank goodness.
Mhm.
They had to go in and put a different stent in.
Oh gosh.
And she had acidosis, which is too much acid in the blood.
Yes, which is
And
scary.
she had pancreatitis.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so painful.
So the with them putting this stent in this time, that was 3 procedures in less than 2 weeks. It was like
Wow.
12 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
That's
but
brutal.
Rough.
she's better. She feels much better.
Good. Oh,
So,
good. Glad to hear
yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that was
Now, is
horrible. Praying
pancreatitis
for.
something that you can be cured from?
I think so.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Our dog used to
Um,
get it. It can be from fat lodging and inflaming your pancreas. It's very painful though. Very
Mhm.
painful.
Hers was from her gallbladder.
Yeah, I
Right.
imagine.
But
When
they did the gallbladder surgery, they didn't put they didn't clamp the bile duct that goes from the liver to the gallbladder. The surgeon said he couldn't even see it. It was so small.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So he tried to clamp it off closer up to the liver where there was, I guess it was a little larger, but it didn't hold. So the
Oh
liver
my.
was literally dumping all the bile into her abdomen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah.
they sent her to a hospital in Kansas, where they supposedly specialize in this stuff. And they put a stent in that duct, but it didn't work. It was still leaking out around it. And by Saturday, it was leaking out around her drain tube that was coming out of her abdomen. So I had to take her
Wow.
back to the emergency room, and they sent her back to the same hospital, and they went in Tuesday and put a larger stent in. But it seems to be working this time.
Oh, that's good. Thank God.
So,
Just brutal.
yeah. It's been rough on her.
Mhm.
It's been
Yeah.
a rough couple of weeks.
Yes, it has been. And it's hard when it's your own child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's just so
it
difficult.
definitely is.
Mm.
Yeah, that was really rough. That was brutal listening to.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad
Yeah.
things are better.
As it-
And
Yeah.
Yes.
She's much, much better.
I'm glad she's
Mhm.
home healing up.
Oh, by
Absolutely.
the way,
Hmm.
for those who have raised beds, if you have
Mhm.
tall enough raised beds, which I don't have any pictures of it, I wish I did. My raised beds are 3.5 foot tall,
Mhm.
so they're pretty tall. I
Yeah.
went and got those window wells you put around your basement windows, and then you've got the clear plastic thing that goes over them. Well,
Mhm.
I just got the window well part itself because they're metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Right.
attached those on the end of my raised beds, and I plant roses in those.
Oh,
Oh, pretty.
wow.
Very
So
pretty.
That's neat.
if anybody's looking for
Yeah, that
a
is
way to
neat.
extend a raised bed, or even if you wanted to put more plants in there, garden plants,
Right.
gardening, food, you
Mm.
could.
Right.
I just put roses in mine. And the ones on the far end, I put well, one year when I first put them on there, I put sunflowers in them.
Nice.
So
That's very
Really
nice.
nice. Yeah, it's a great idea. I would have to order mine online. I'm sure they don't have things for
thank you,
basements down here
Janet.
because we would float away. But
Yeah.
let me show people who don't have basements what they are. There we go. There's all different shapes that they have.
hmm
But I
You
highlighted
can get them in
these,
different
right?
heights and widths, and
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The straight style. This is
you
kind of
can
neat.
even connect a couple of those together and fill them up for a small raised bed.
I was thinking that. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or around a tree, the rounded ones, even around a
Mhm.
tree maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or around those, what do you call it? Blueberry bushes, like a certain
Mm-hmm.
somebody likes to
Yep.
do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let me unshare
Mhm.
that. There we go. Whee!
Yep.
Neat. That's brilliant. I
That
think
is
with
a
the
great
with
idea.
these with
Thanks.
these beds that I bought, they're not. I think we're going with like the second, just a size down. We're going to narrow it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still keeping the length at this point. So it could
Yeah,
be.
I have to see the
Actually, no,
video.
they'll be a little bit longer, but it's um yeah, it's gonna double the growing space, but it's where
Right.
do I put all the vines? Because it's mostly squashes that I grow out there. I'm gonna grow onions in one of them,
Mm.
onions and leeks. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
attempt to do that this year.
Right.
I have some leeks in my garden I planted a couple of years ago, but I haven't messed with them since then. Hopefully they're multiplying. They
Yeah.
were wild leeks.
Oh,
Right.
nice!
Oh, yeah. That's really nice. Yeah. I wish we
I
had
love
stuff
Mhm.
like the wild leeks.
I love
And
leeks because they're
I wish
just
Mhm.
we had
such a nice mild flavor.
Mhm.
let's see, what's the other one that you guys get up that are wild, Brenda? Um, they're
We
like a
have all kinds of
garlicky
wild.
onion. No, the garlicky onion ones that people go out in the wild and actually get, but they only eat
We have wild
scapes. No,
onions,
not scapes.
but
Maybe no, they're not called wild onions. Oh, Barry might know. Like foragers go out and get them, and they're always like, of course, just take a third because a third is for the animals and a third is for them to grow back. Maybe it's a
Mm.
Mhm.
wild leek, like a wild leek. I don't know. Never mind. It'll come to me probably this evening when I'm asleep, and it'll wake me up. Oh,
yeah,
that's what it is.
ramps.
Ramps. Thank you. Yes, that's it.
Mm.
The wild ramps. We don't have those down here.
I don't
I've
know what
always
they
wanted
are.
to try one. Try one. Yeah, I don't know what they're like. I think they're like a garlicky onion flavor, right? You guys who know what they are? Had anybody had them? Gone out and foraged them? I know people get very upset with people who go out and just completely clear them because then they won't come back in that area.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because that's just selfish. That's selfish. That's
Actually,
any.
here in
Go ahead.
Missouri, it's illegal to do that.
Oh, can you wild harvest? But you could only, or not wild
You
harvest.
can get away with probably harvesting a few,
Okay.
but to go out and dig up plants and bring home and plant them in your yard is illegal.
Oh,
Oh, to plant them in your yard. Oh, that's weird. I
but
Mhm.
what
wonder
if they just
why.
happen to float
Pop
over?
up.
Like,
Then you're
Yeah.
fine, but if you get caught digging them up, especially if you're digging up a bunch of them and you get
Mm.
caught at it, you're in trouble.
Wow.
That's a
Now
wild
you can
combo.
harvest some things, like we harvest mushrooms all the
Mhm.
time, but
Right.
they will tell you to pinch it off at the bottom and
Mm.
do not just pull it, rip it up out of the ground.
Oh,
Mm.
that makes sense though, because that's the fruiting part of it, and the body is
Mhm.
underground, so they'll
Yeah.
come up again. That makes sense with the mushrooms, but not letting you grow wild stuff. That's
Oh yeah.
weird.
That's like if you see a flower growing, even along the side of the road, it's illegal to
Hmm.
stop and dig it up.
Oh, well, yeah, we have that too. I mean, you can't just go digging up. You have to have property, like somebody who owns the property, federal property and parks, you're not allowed to dig things out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
And
They're not
understand
state,
here.
parks
state,
if
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, I understand
driving
private
down a
Anything,
property,
road.
but
but I mean, along the roads is owned by the state. Usually there's like leeway that's owned by the state, or it's
Mhm.
federally owned property. So
It-
you have to know who you're grabbing from, I guess is basically it.
yeah.
Right, but
But
if they're
there
not
is,
looking after it,
yeah, now
and
I
it,
know. True.
and it's a flower that
There's
just again, a bird dropped it in and now it's growing.
Well,
It's
the
like,
thing of
right.
well,
it is, like here, our conservation
That's
goes
for
through and
sure.
plants a lot of wild flowers along the
Oh, that's probably
roadways.
why
mm,
then.
right,
Yeah, that might be
right.
it. Well, yeah, they do that
Yeah.
some places up north too. Because I remember driving through Vermont and seeing all the wildflowers. I was like, oh, it's beautiful. And they do.
Mhm,
I
Yeah.
think that they have a seeding program to
mhm.
keep it going. It's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah,
So beautiful. But
yeah. We
yeah,
have some areas
I
here.
go ahead. Sorry.
We have some areas here that have the same thing, but again, it's like if I went with the cover of night, you go, I just want to take a little cut of that flower. It's pretty. I
I'll
want it in
take
a
my word
window.
for it. I have one of
Prop
these little
lifting.
fold up shovels I keep in my car for a reason.
A
We
little bit of
shall not
soil and
incriminate ourselves on lives on.
I didn't say I
We're
dug
not.
anything up with it.
No,
I just
no,
keep it
no.
in
We're
my car.
not. Reminder: we are
mm,
not incriminating. That's what I'm saying. We're not incriminating ourselves. We're not doing anything wrong. Oops, sorry.
oops. Yeah. Thanks,
Have a
Oh,
good
have a good
night,
LP.
night.
LP.
Good night. Good
Very sweet.
night.
And thank you for the
And
prayers.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
yes, the more the merrier. We dropped
Mm-hmm,
Johnny.
mm-hmm.
Must have had something going on. Hope all is well.
Yeah. She had to go and help a wee one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She left a message or not a message, but she did make a point of saying something about it that gotta go
Okay.
and help the little
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
not
missed
sure.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah. She's got a sickies.
I did pick
Little
me up
Yeah.
some
sicky babies.
seeds today, too, though.
What? You? Ooh, pretty. Oh yeah, that's great stuff. The butterfly
Yeah.
flower, milkweed
Yeah.
with the
Hmm.
monarchs
Now,
like it.
these grow wild here, but
Here
these
too.
things are hard to transplant. They don't
Okay.
Oh,
usually
okay.
make it when you transplant them. But
I
I
just
seen these
ended up.
seeds and I thought, I'm grabbing them.
I don't know how I ended up with some. I did though. I don't know if the birds
Thank
put it there, but yeah, not. It doesn't last because the monarchs, their caterpillars, eat it down, and then I feel
Oh.
bad because I don't have a big enough patch. It seems like.
Mm.
I'm like, what happens to them? I don't think I fed them well enough. Oh no. Yeah, so I
Uh-oh.
need to get more. But I also need to move it so it's not near my edibles that might need some BT on them. I don't want to be
Mm,
accidentally BT monarch, uh, the babies,
Yeah.
the caterpillars.
mhm.
But I have been seeing more butterflies, which is encouraging. Still not seeing that many bees. We had wasps on our patio checking out our fan. I think they wanted to make a condo out of it. And we had to spray them.
Uh-oh.
We
They will
ended
do
up having
that.
to use, we ended up having to use the big stuff that,
Now, I'll tell you right now, the butterflies
yeah.
love catmint.
I believe it.
I've put a few videos on, I think on Facebook. I don't think they're on my channel on YouTube. I think they're just on Facebook of these being swarmed with butterflies. They love catmint when they're blooming.
Depends how warm. Are you warmed up, Miss Sharon? Because you were having weird weather too. Are you having any cold snaps coming anymore? Or are you? Because a lot of us are getting the 80-degree weather. Even people up in Virginia are getting it, which is really crazy. I'm getting 90.
Wow.
We had a couple of days of 80.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not. Like I think Diva was going to say. Go ahead, Diva.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think it would be okay. You know, early at this stage, I think it would be fine to move them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be
Rosemary,
fine.
Rosemary just doesn't like to be super wet, though. That's the only thing. If you're getting a lot of rain, because we lose it easy down here. Once our tropical weather starts, we lose rosemary.
Also, if you're wanting to overwinter it outside, put it where it's protected from the north wind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's when we can grow it.
I was going to say, but opposite for you, it's better for you to have it where it's going to get the north wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to grow it though during more of our cool season when it's dry and more Mediterranean like.
Right.
And that's going to end soon, and we're going to have all the funguses among us. That's why, like with cantaloupe, I always struggle. It seems to always get like a blight or something on the leaves, and I just, I can't.
They're big. You're going to have to dig a pretty good sized hole around them so that you don't disturb the roots too much.
Okay. Yeah, Brenda would know. They're well established. I thought you meant like little ones if you're taking out. Wow. Nice. I just realized I think I was way too loud. That's hilarious. They get the dogs get the zoomies.
Get the zoomies? Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't need my dog getting any catnip then. Thanks for the tip there, Richard. Definitely not going to put catnip in my yard in case that does it to our dog that already gets the zoomies. Oh my gosh. This dog can jump up and get onto your headrest back here. She runs along this when we come home. She will hop up and run back and forth on the couch because she's so excited that we're back.
Wow.
Yeah, she's like.
Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back.
Exactly. I thought you were dead or something. Why did you leave me? Oh, you're alive. That's pretty much, I think, what she's thinking. Poor thing.
I think my little dogs thought we deserted them.
Yeah. Yeah. Separation anxiety.
Yeah, the pack is back. The pack is back. We're all good.
Right. They're safe. Nothing ate them.
They went out hunting. They didn't bring home anything.
Oh, she always gets a treat, so maybe she thinks we do. You know, I don't know.
They went hunting.
That could be.
Treat. You're welcome, Sharon. I didn't know you had a big one in ground. Lucky you. I would love to have one established like that.
I was surprised. Mine came back this year. I went out there to pull it out of the ground and it had little leaves starting to come out. And I was like, I got one that survived the winter.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's Janet, do you know like those people? Because you threw your seeds a few houses over at them so they'll get all the Oh my gosh, how to get back
that works.
How to get back at neighbors you don't like if you have a lot of stray cats in the neighborhood.
Your rosemary stayed green all winter? I haven't yet made a rosemary to survive the winter.
That's amazing, Miss Sharon.
Lavender will survive for me, but which is a cousin to rosemary, but rosemary itself won't.
Wow.
Rosemary. I've heard lavender though likes the cool and that it has to be stratified, and that's why probably I can never start the stuff here.
That could
I
be.
didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that prior to planning it. I
Hmm.
think I learned that when I was with Diva, actually. When we started doing lives, I think I learned it on one of our lives
Hmm.
about you have to stratify lavender.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I
yeah,
had a
that
whole
makes
row
sense.
going all the way across my garden at one time that was there for like 4
Oh,
years
yes. Hmm.
until my husband decided to till them under.
Mm.
I wanted to kill him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, I have one lavender, or
Yeah.
no, well, no, I have one rosemary in a big pot that is at my front door,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can just whip out and grab some if I need it.
Hmm.
And my
Nice.
rosemary stays green all winter as well. It
Mm.
doesn't do like, it won't put on growth or anything, but so now I do see it, and
Mm-hmm.
then I do have one in ground in the back. Um,
Is
yeah, and then
the one
I
near your door? Oh, sorry. Is it in
go ahead.
sun? The one near your door?
It gets
The
some
one near
sun,
your
yeah.
door? Okay.
Oh, yes,
No,
ma'am.
because I
If
have
it's
that
2 foot
patio.
tall, you need to harvest.
Oh
Actually, it'll
yeah,
make your bush fill out and bush out
Yeah.
more if you
yeah,
harvest it.
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
oregano goes crazy here.
And I've never started rosemary from clippings, but from what I've seen, it's fairly
Yeah.
easy to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just even just clip and just again stick it in soil.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen them
I
propagate it like that. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
my the one that's in the back, I started that rosemary from seed.
Mm,
Yeah. But all
I
my
cool.
need to try
lavender
that.
plants, I just again they were like, $2 and they were just little seedlings, and you know, after watching, this is before I started gardening myself really. And you watch all those gardening shows and they transform your backyard and
Right.
everything looks so beautiful and lush. So I go buy
Yeah.
my 4 lavender plants, clear out a spot, put them on, and it's like, why doesn't it look lush? And it's like, well, if you look, they actually planted 56 lavender plants to make it look lush.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So then I
Exactly.
started buying more, and I ended up with 7 varieties in this one area, and of course it's just been beautiful and prolific. And I actually need to go in
Mm.
and actually remove some of them, and maybe find other spaces for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to
Mm,
watch
nice.
watching some of these gardening channels on TV, especially. They
Hmm.
way
Right.
overfill those beds.
Yeah.
And then by the end of summer, they're choking each other out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, a 2 by
Yep.
4 foot bed. Wow,
Yeah, that's what it
that's
does here
fabulous.
too, Miss Sherry. Must be a
Yeah.
southern thing,
Yeah.
the
Mhm. I
oregano.
I keep my oregano. I do my oregano, the lemon
Mm.
balm, the sage, like all my parsley. But those 3 that are, and those ones come back every year, and I just have them in
Oh,
pots on my deck.
nice.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
And
nice.
that's
Most
in
of
the
those,
north end.
yeah, most of those things I just plant in with, oh, like my elephant ears and stuff like that are in really huge pots.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Or like a spiller and a
Yeah.
thriller as your
Yeah.
elephant ear.
Yeah.
Theron, Theron went and picked up, like he goes into his place, picks up groceries, and then basically delivers it to a family who needs it. Uh, and he brings in this big bag, and I'm like, I think that's taro. And I took a picture of it. I don't know if I sent it to our messenger. I'm not sure. It was as big as my head. It was
Wow.
huge.
Wow.
It was either taro or edo because it was older because they were giving it like
Hmm.
away for this like food pantry thing. But it was as big as my head. The other ones were as big as softballs. I'm like, oh, I've got to get my taro in the ground. I hope it's still good.
Oh,
I didn't
I
put
would
it in because
so love that.
I it's the same thing as like the elephant ear plant.
Hmm.
It really is. Like it just
Yeah,
is.
but the problem I have here, I have to either have them in pots, which
Mhm.
are really huge pots,
Right,
Yeah.
because
and
they
then
get
I
really
have to
big.
bring them in or
Oh,
dig them up
yeah.
and dry them out and store them for the winter,
But if
which
you
is what I
do the
usually do. I
taro, you can eat them and store some for winter
true,
if you do taro. It's another
true.
crop. I mean, it's a survival crop because a lot of people just think it's a
Yeah.
plant. They don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
That,
Most people
that was
don't.
like, yeah, that was like Divas had her. What was that? Remember the art, the one you said? Which one is this now?
The
Anybody got a
Jerusalem
plant up?
artichoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people.
Mhm.
It looked like sage, maybe just
Yeah.
pretty, or
Or a
like who
sunflower.
knows? Or
Yeah.
sunflower. The thing
People think
Google
they're a
said
wildflower
sunflower.
or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, and I
Yep.
just ended up, because I went, oh yeah, I think, because I would really, I don't want to have Jerusalem artichoke in my grow bags anymore, because it's a beautiful, and it, like this thing goes up 20 foot tall, and it's just such a showpiece on the in the front boulevard.
Oh,
But I don't want to grow them, and so we keep removing them, and we've like sifted through the soil, and right now there's like 4 of
right.
them, and so I last year I took some, and I just thought I'll pop them, just because it's a good thing to have, because it is a good
Yes. Survival crop.
survival crop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to lose it, but I totally forgot. It was like, what is this growing in here? I don't remember, you know. And then same with my
Right.
hyssop. And I think it was just so full of hyssop seeds. And it was like, well, this is a very interesting looking plant. Like it reminds me of another house plant that I would have
Yeah.
had when we were growing up, when I was growing up. And
Right.
I thought, what weed has dropped in there? And it was just getting bigger and bigger. And then when I got that plantnet or .com or whatever, and took a picture, and it was like, it's hyssop. And
Mm.
it was like, because I was ready just to
Oh,
go. About a month ago, it was like, oh, this is some weed. And I was like, well, why don't you let the weed live?
right.
And then as soon as I go and
Yeah.
rub it, it's like, oh, yes, there's the beautiful licorice smell, you know?
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was my, yeah, it was a niece hyssop. And so it's just, I was not expecting it to come back. And there
Right.
it is.
I didn't even
And
realize anise and hyssop were the same plant. I was like, oh, hyssop. Yeah, I really want to. I've heard that's a great tea. And then when you said licorice, I was like, crap, it smells like, I don't want more licorice smells in my, because I've done the Thai basil and I would go out my door and it would be, that's another one that grows a lot. Like it'll just
Mhm.
get prolific and the smell would hit me and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm not growing you. I'm not growing you
It's
again. I just,
one of
I'm
those.
not a
The more
fan.
you pick it, the more it grows.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it seemed the more pungent it was when I did that. I was just like, okay, yeah,
Mm.
no, I don't need more of you. I'm good. And I know it's part of pho, like the soup, but I don't like it when they actually put it in this. I like the noodles, but I don't like
Uh-huh.
it when they put the Thai basil in my broth,
Right.
which isn't a
A
lot of
lot
them.
of the things that Marissa is making, some of the tea she's been making lately, they will have a licorice,
It's
just to kind of,
good, like for
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Mhm.
good for the digestion and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm glad to grow it. She's not a big licorice fan herself, but she says, but I am
Right.
doing it because I know.
Right.
And then she rattled off, this is why, because the licorice does this, and you're like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
don't like the bitter black licorice, like whatever that stuff is called,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
licorice flavored things, I do, I do
You don't
enjoy them.
mind. Yeah.
Nope. And
No, no.
I keep trying to um, work at growing herbs that would be good for Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's like, but mom, I need to have like 50 pounds of it, growing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But I do
Yeah,
want
Miss
to,
Sharon, my mom did. My mom loved
Yeah.
licorice too.
I
I
love
like the
black
one.
licorice.
yeah, I do too.
I can have
My
it once in a while, but I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah,
Once in a
I
while, I get a
loved
craving.
black licorice milkshakes from Dairy Queen. Oh, they were
I've never
so
heard of
Never
delicious.
that
heard of it. Huh.
Mhm.
That would
ever.
be different.
So
I
delicious.
like. I did get juice this week, and it actually had fennel in it. And I've never had fennel juice before, but the combination in the juice just went perfect with it. That the fennel actually was
Mm.
like, that's actually delicious. That's not
Mhm.
bad at all. I didn't think I'd like it that much,
Wow.
but I do.
Wow.
Like fresh fennel. Yeah, it was for the gut. It was, I woke up with a headache and I knew it was because I ate some ice cream because it was my daughter's birthday.
Mhm.
And yeah, because I hadn't been eating dairy. I was doing like coconut milk. Now I'm not even doing that in my coffee. I was just doing coconut milk. I think
Mm.
I would like it in other foods. Yeah, right. Like as a treat, it's good, and we used to have a lot of Annie's flavored dessert, like cookies and things
Mhm.
like that when I worked at the Italian bakery. And yeah, I preferred the pinoli nuts or the pine nut cookies and other Italian stuff. And then of course I loved the rugla, and that was for like our Jewish crowd that would come in for Passover. We would have great big challah breads and rugla cookies.
Hmm.
Oh my God. I've made rugla fresh like for Christmas, and it's still
Mm.
so good, but oh my goodness, all the fat that goes into it. It's
Mm.
just crazy. It's crazy.
Mm.
It's like butter cream cheese. I don't even know if it was sour cream. It was like crazy. I think even Crisco back then, because people still used Crisco because they didn't know. A
Uh-huh.
lot of fat, but that's what makes that dough so good. Like
Uh-huh.
so
Mm.
Yeah.
pastry and flaky, like, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh yeah. And then cinnamon and nuts, and oh, now I want some rugla. I shouldn't have talked about it. So yummy. But yeah, that and what you're saying, licorice, mallow, like from the mallow plant,
Mhm.
really good for the gut. Has anybody grown mallow? Have you grown that yet? Is it just like I was wondering about that one because I know that's supposed to be great for your gut. And you can make
I
natural
grew a
marshmallows.
few a couple of years ago, but I think they ended up dying off before I got to do anything with them.
Mm.
Mm.
Do you know who Rain Country is?
Yes, I've watched her.
She grows them all the time, and she uses it all the time.
Okay. And she's an herbalist. She does a lot of
Mhm.
that stuff too.
Yeah.
Um,
Hi, Ann.
hold on.
Oh,
Hey, Ann.
good morning.
Okay,
Am I late again? No, you're early. It's morning.
it's morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's mucilage. It has that mucilage in it. That's why it's good for,
Oh.
and it's used as a natural thickener. That's why I would like to. And you can make marshmallows, the real marshmallows out of mallow, common mallow. It says you can use. I'm trying to find it. Hmm?
Weed. When playing paintball in the forest above our town, found a marijuana plantation. Planted a bush in each pothole in the streets of our town early Sunday morning. Not one pothole since then.
What?
Mhm.
No way. Wow.
Mhm.
We had people disappear in the US before it started becoming legal who
Mhm.
happened upon those, Richard. So
Mhm.
you're
You have to
good
be
thing
careful
you're
of
okay.
those, and
Yep.
you have to be careful of meth labs in the woods and stuff too.
Yeah. No, I did not lose weight, but thank you very much. Thank you.
Mhm.
Must be all the black and maybe my hair up or something. I don't know. This was my mom's. It's a silk scarf from the 50s. And I saw a
Oh.
lady wearing a silk scarf yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened to that. And it was right where I put it. And I said, I'm going to wear that today while I'm doing my,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Well, it's
putting my
pretty.
thing together. Oh, thank you,
Mhm.
Anne. Thank you. Well, bless you for thinking that I did. Maybe from your lips to God's ears. I have been trying to cut down on the sugar, but I don't know how successful I've been. I've got the plant. Let me see. Hold on. If I can present. It
How's your
doesn't look
shampoo
like
ginger?
much. Mm,
How's your shampoo
the
ginger?
shampoo. It is coming up. At first, I thought it was baby banana plants, the way that it comes up, because it comes up wrapped.
Mhm.
Kind of how banana plants wrap their leaves and then they form. And it was looking like that. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. They never form real small out here like that. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, oh, it's my shampoo ginger. Something didn't eat it. It's doing good. It hasn't, it's just gotten a little taller. It's taken its time. I'm just hoping the dog doesn't trample it to death. This
Oh.
is the
have.
mallow,
I
the
think I have
common
some.
mallow.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have something that looks like that. What do the flowers look like?
Looks like they're real
They
small
sort of
and white.
resemble a whoa, what is that called? A geranium.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do look like a geranium, but it's
I
not a
think I have
geranium.
that plant in my yard.
And it's a little white. They're showing a little white flower.
Mm-hmm.
Then it has this. This looks like the seed pod.
Mm-hmm.
The peas are so tiny. So peas come out of, I guess, are their seeds. There they are. There's the seed pods. They're so cute. There
And
you
then what do
go.
you?
Okay.
What
Here's
do you eat?
that's
Mallow peas.
you mallow peas. And then that's what you use, I
Marshmallow peas
guess,
come out
to
to
start
make
to.
marshmallows. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool? I need to get some mallow peas and see if I can grow them. Oh, is she just eating them? Wait a minute.
Somebody's
Oh, she's
eating
just
them.
eating the peas.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
But
Huh.
then they tell you how to do it though too for making the mallow. As natural thickening. It's a thickening agent too for soups. Why is she eating them? I'm so confused. I thought they were going to make marshmallows with it. Oh, there it is. They used it.
There you go.
Yeah. Isn't
It
that
went from green to
beautiful?
white.
I know. I have no idea. They really didn't translate in those pictures too well.
Uh,
First, we're going to eat the peas, and then
I
we're going to
know.
whip them, and they're going to look like
Ta-da!
beautiful icing. Look at that.
huh.
Ta-da! There they are. I
I
don't know
don't know
what
why. I
happened.
always thought it was the root that they used, but
Yeah, I did too. So hold on, wait. To start the marshmallow making process, let's see. You cook the mallow peas. Here's how. Oh, you save the water, which should be thick and slightly yellow to make the marshmallows.
Oh.
Okay. So she got a 2 for 1. It was a twofer. At this point,
Right.
you can
okay.
eat the pea. You can eat the peas. I sampled a few, but they were pretty slimy, similar to
Oh,
okra. Added a little
yeah.
salt. They had a very good flavor, to be honest. Maybe I'd throw them in a stir fry or a soup, but most of these got thrown in the trash. I love her honesty. And then she made the marshmallows, and then she whipped them pea water until it was foamy. And then she added a quarter cup of sugar, 1 egg white, and a quarter teaspoon of cream tartar. Whip until
Mm-hmm.
stiff peaks. Dollop onto a parchment lined baking sheet. These are rustic marshmallows, she says, I bet. So don't worry about making them pretty. Bake for 10 to 15 minutes in a 300-degree oven until cooked thoroughly and slightly toasted. I bet they're good. But I'm
I
surprised they
bet
didn't
they
put
are
any
too, but
I wonder I'm surprised they didn't put like vanilla in it or something. I wonder if it has like enough
well,
flavor with just the sugar, you
I
know?
guess between
Here, let
its
me.
own flavor, the marshmallow flavor, and then the sugar, it probably does taste a lot like a marshmallow.
Yeah. Oops, we all left
My only
again.
problem is the slime. Oh, no.
It's stuck again. That the heck? Here, let's see if we can get us. No, it just has us reviewing. Diva, it's not
Uh-oh.
letting us put. It's not letting. I just have remove.
Huh.
Yeah, show. Sorry, we'll be right there, guys. I hope you can hear us. We're kind of a podcast right now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Weird. Hold on. What is going on? I do not know what's happening. Diva, where'd you go? I wonder if she dropped out somehow
She
at that
said she
moment.
would be right back.
Oh,
She
great.
put in the
I
chat that she'd
messed up
be
her
right back.
live. Okay, they can hear us. So we're
Audio is
basically
fine. Yeah.
I don't know what happened. We're down. You can't see us, but we're still here. I can see Brenda and I
Hmm.
can see Diva's rectangle,
I
but
can't see you.
yeah, the only reason is I can see is because when we co-hosted, we were on each other's
Yeah.
teams, and
Okay.
somehow that part stayed, thankfully. But yeah, I
Huh.
don't know what's going on. Hold on. Duplicate, rename.
Let me.
Let me see if I can duplicate it and it
No,
would
it's
let us.
just the black and blue screen on the
Yeah,
YouTube
it's
end of
just
it.
doing. All it's giving me is remove us. I don't want to remove us. No, that's not
Miss
it.
Sharon says, "Don't poke the buttons."
Right? I'm trying not to. I'm trying to.
Uh-uh.
I usually know how to do it, but it's not giving me the option, guys. It's what the way?
Barry says, "Put
What
your
the
hands on the
way?
table and don't touch anything." LOL.
Right? I'm not. Hold on. Let me see. Share screen. I wonder if it left something up. No, it's not sharing anymore. Okay,
Huh.
make sure to click share. Yeah, it's not letting me do anything like I usually can do. All it's going to let
It
me
won't
do
let
is
you reshare it and then get back out of it.
mm-mm.
No.
Maybe like I was thinking that. Let me see if that'll work. Hold on, guys. Give us a second. All right, that was an extra screen. Hold on. Let me see if I can present it again. Bear with us. We're having technical difficulties tonight. Things were going weird on the internet anyway. Here, I'll show you the Jabota. Let's see. Well, this is in my file. I'll show you guys a Jabota Kava
Okay. I'm still
again.
seeing the
That
same
I have.
screen.
Hold on. Yeah. Well, I haven't shared it yet. Nope, it's not letting me even share now.
Um,
Hold on. Let me
darn,
try
darn,
that
darn.
again. I know it's acting up. Okay. Yes. Share that one. Share. There. Let me see if it's there.
You're sharing something
It,
different.
okay. There. Yeah. That's Jabota Kava. That's the tree that
Oh,
I am hoping will fruit soon. Now let me see if I. Will it let me? No. Okay. Let me see if I can unshare from stop screen.
from
Nope.
nope.
Nope. Won't bring it back up. I don't know what is going on.
Huh.
Yeah, the berries are that's the Jabota Kava because I wondered if it was because I shared that other one before something happened with it. That's so
That's
bizarre.
weird. Yeah,
They might be doing updates or something, YouTube itself, and it's conflicting with StreamYard.
that could
That's
be.
totally possible. Let me see. Let me share the marshmallow page again. Here we are on the marshmallow
Hops,
page.
honey,
La da
and
da.
honey. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the
Yep. That's it.
okay. There's that. Let me see if I get out of it this way if it'll let me. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Still just telling me to remove people. Oh, Diva, where'd you go? I need you. I am so sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. It did it to Diva before too.
Uh oh.
I don't know. Let's see if it'll let us come. Nope, won't let us come up on that stage
Nope.
either. I think they're doing. Maybe it's StreamYard that's doing it. I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah, it's not letting me add. Oh, it's solo layout. Hey, I got
There you
that.
are.
Yeah, but let me see. I can only do solo layouts. It's letting me do. There's Diva. I'll put her up. It's not letting me. Maybe when she comes back, she can add us.
That could be.
See, I can put us individually up. There
Yeah.
you are.
Individually. Yeah.
But it's not letting me do all of us. Let me see. Hold on. Let me, if I change that. Got it. That was
There.
weird. So weird. There we are. But let me see if I can fix it to this. No,
We
that's
can still
terrible.
hear you. Just keep talking.
I got it. Clickety, clickety, click. See, I had the click
All
boxes to
right.
get us
You
back
got
up
it.
here. Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's exactly what I did, Barry. Yep. As soon as I was able to get us individually up there, that's what I did was change the layout. I thought the same thing. Just keep talking. We're all staring at just the blank screen, but it's like we'll just keep talking. It's like radio.
Yeah.
Leave your hands on. I didn't do anything. It was StreamYard. I promise. I don't know why when I went to share that it just clicked. It took us all off too. Usually it goes boop and slides us over. So
Yeah.
somebody is doing some updates and messing around with stuff. And it
Yeah.
wasn't me, I promise. I didn't do anything. Oh, Since Diva's not here, oh, is she back? I hear something. Oh,
Probably me.
that she's got my first one. She's gonna get my first one.
Oh, how cute.
That's the color. I don't want to open it up too much.
I love the colors.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really weird. I'm still trying to see if I like them because I ordered one for myself too, and it takes quite a while. And might have to tweak the design a little bit because it's like one big iron on. So I'm worried about people washing it and it accidentally folding on itself.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those types. But she's gonna get me. It's a thought that counts. Oh, by the way, do not watch that Lost and Found series. Bawled my eyes out yesterday. Lost and Found series. Oh, you mean like on TV? We just watched the John Wick movies because they were on TV, so it makes them PG-13 instead of rated R. I didn't see a big difference. They just kind of blocked out some F-bombs and things like that. It was pretty much same stuff, I think, that we would have saw. Thanks. Yeah, but the cheaper version.
Kids searching for their parents.
Whole Foods has the cheaper version of the other one, Perrier. I tried to like that, but I couldn't. No, it's the Pellegrino. It's San Pellegrino.
Ah.
Yeah, that could get. Yeah, you never know. That's a loaded gun there because some of the parents who gave the kids up, there was a reason.
Yeah.
Like they just couldn't get their life together or drugs were involved, things like that. But yeah, that's rough. I don't know if I could watch that, Miss Sharon, given that, I mean, not Miss Sharon, sorry, Ann, given that, I'm an adoptive mother. Because when we knew that we were going to adopt Malachi, prior to that, they have to go through the process in the courts of where they basically strip the rights from the parents. And so when we finally got to adopt him, it was just like his family failed. That's what it meant too. It wasn't just, oh yay, he has a new family. Oh, we got to adopt him. It was like, oh my gosh, that's a whole family that didn't make it. That's a mother who couldn't figure out how to break that generational stuff. And I was grateful for him, but I was sad for him too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Way back in the day, they were pretty much forced to give them up.
Yeah. Yeah. Ginger ale. There sure is. Oh, yeah, no, that's because you got sugar in that and flavor. This is just bubbly water. There's no sugar in this. So, yeah, I could see why I would rather have, they have this, it's called, it's a Jamaican ginger ale, and I love it. Reed's ginger ale, I think it's called. So good. And it's spicy, and I love it, but it's got sugar in it, so I don't get it that often.
That it has, Anne.
Right. It has changed a lot. That's for sure. Yeah, and there was a lot of shame back then, so they didn't. Sometimes their spouses didn't even know that they did that happened. They just went on to marry somebody else, and yeah. But since drugs came into the scene, a lot of the families, sadly, it's usually the parents have fallen into that. Years ago, and the changes. Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, they say that our generation, like the Generation X, is so bitter because we went from, what was it, records to tape to then CDs to then MP3s, and now they're going back to vinyl again. It was like we had to change our music over and over to all these different formats and rebuy stuff. That it was, all those changes just that were
Yeah.
happening around us too. But just that one thing, like how mad we were that we had to repurchase the same music over and over again because they kept changing the
Mm-hmm.
format of it. I was glad I wasn't like my daughter who loves, she's always hooked up to listen to music. I'm not. I like silence sometimes, believe it or not, for as much as I talk. For as
I
fast as I
used to
talk.
listen. I used to listen
Or
to a lot of
classical.
music.
Yeah.
I don't so much
Yeah.
anymore. I like my
Yeah, they're
quiet.
not like it's more like collectors and the kids think it's cool, so they start getting record players again and
Mm-hmm.
collecting the vinyls of their favorite artists because they liked the artwork too on the album
Mm-hmm.
covers like we used to. Yep. Yep. And they're costly too, the vinyls. Yeah, I know, right? I don't see the 45s coming back,
Ah,
but definitely the regular. The
I would
regular,
not have thrown away Elvis ones.
right.
They are probably collector editions and worth money.
Yeah, some of them are. Some of them are, that's for sure. We got rid of a lot of our records too. But we checked eBay first. Some of mine just disappeared. Oh, okay. Yeah, the one that I got is an exclusive ginger ale, but they ship it in. It's from Jamaica. It's super spicy. But I mean, they started to bring it into Whole Foods. I found out about it from my Jamaican bosses, but that sounds really good, the ginger and the citrus mixed together.
Ah,
I also
okay.
like one, I like a grapefruit one, Storms, that's called Ting, and it's from the islands too. It's a grapefruit soda.
I
That
bet
was
that
my
is
mom's
good.
collection. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't drink it anymore. I can't. But yeah, it was good. When we went down to St. Vincent, they had a lemonade soda that we all loved because it was like lemonade but bubbly, and we were working outside in the heat for it was like a mission
Mm-hmm.
trip. And I still haven't found like anything close to that soda back here in
Oh,
the States. It was so good. It was locally made too. It was really bright and citrusy. But yeah, I'll make my own sometimes with just bubbly water and juice. That's usually what this is for, Barry. I don't usually drink it straight. I drink it over my cherry juice, like mixed together. Because some of the flavored waters have natural flavorings, and they don't tell you what those natural flavorings are. What was that?
yeah.
They will, if it's juice, they will tell you. Like natural flavorings, the one I have from actually Whole Foods brand, it says on the box, no juice. So what is that? I got it home and saw that after I had been
Could be
drinking it.
a gland from a beaver or heaven only knows what.
That's right. Some kind of animal gland or bugs, like the red dye.
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought of. I'm like, oh great, we're gonna have all the fake dyes removed. But wait, red is made from smushed bugs.
Uh-huh.
I'm still not having anything that's red unless it says made from beet juice or something like purple carrots made this. Like nope. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not having mystery red and turn out to be all those smush bugs. That's just too risque for me. But I don't know what happened to our diva. She had
She
something come
got
up.
lost somewhere out there.
I know. It's her
She
live
didn't
too,
say
so she's
why.
the
She
one that
just said
shut
she'd
us
be right
down.
back.
Oh, okay. She fell asleep. I don't know about that. I thought I was going to before her live, but I couldn't. Not when we had John Wick on, but right after I made the shelving unit. Because I wanted to video it because I noticed when I went to look it up, I'm like, dang, these how to make these video like put this together videos get a lot of like views.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'll video myself putting it together. I'm sure I did it in a way that, IKEA wouldn't support because I got out my hammer and I got out a folded washcloth because I
Uh,
couldn't shove those. I hate those wood dowels that they put
mhm,
furniture together with. And they didn't come with glue. And I always learned if you're using the wood dowels, you dip them in a little bit of wood glue and then you put them in
mhm.
and tap them in. No, didn't come with glue, so I had to go get my wood glue. I was adding on, so I'm gonna have to title it something like creative ways to do, IKEA furniture. I don't know. We'll see. How's my
Carol's
son?
version of how to put your IKEA furniture
Yeah,
together.
exactly. If you want your IKEA furniture to hold together, I can't even say that. He's doing okay, and he ripped the cabinet door off of it as soon as I put it on. It's his toy. It's for his toys. So he was very excited. We'll just say that. That's why it got ripped off. Honestly, he was very excited to have his new little toy uh, organizer. What was this? The stereo was stolen from my truck, but I did get it back from the police. Found it
Ah,
in my store and managed to get the CD out. Oh wow, Dire Straits Alchemy. I no longer have a CD player, so I can't. Oh, that stinks. They stole my whole
mhm.
car, Richard, that had a good CD player in it. My dad had gotten me, my brother had wrecked my car, so my dad got me another like older model car, but it wasn't that old, and it was well kept, garage kept. It was a Buick Regal. My friend's mom said I looked like I was a realtor in the car because it had, the little spoke, the spoke
Uh,
wheels and stuff. Had the white top. It was navy. But yeah, they one night I came out from work and there was my dry cleaning in my parking spot. My car was gone. And this was like downtown Boca, which was pretty wealthy, wealthy place. They could have stole a better car. They stole mine. And the police found it and it was the most out of body experience. They had hit something and there was a big B in the front of my Buick. I was
oh
like, dang
no.
it. Guess
They
that's
ran it
totaled.
into
Yeah.
a tree or a pole or something.
Yeah, they ran it into something, that's for sure. It seemed like it. But what's funny is at that age, my roll down window, I had automatic windows, had just broke. And it was my side. So when you go through drive-throughs, you got to open your door. You can't go through drive-throughs. So
Mhm.
dinging me at that age was like, oh, well, I guess that worked out because it's so expensive to fix that window. Might as well just get the insurance money, which we know as adults is nothing compared to the car.
You have a
Yeah.
great day too, Anne.
Oh, have a good day, Ann. Appreciate you coming in. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on with Diva. Hopefully she'll be back. She did have internet trouble before. But have a great day.
She may be having internet trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But um so
I'm
since
surprised she
Andrea's
hasn't messaged you.
yeah, I don't see. Let me double check. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, let me check. I always forget. Mm, mm-mm.
Hopefully nothing's
No,
wrong.
I know. I know. But yeah, let's see. I don't know what else. What do you have going on though in your garden? Did you already talk about what's coming up in yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
The only
Are
thing
you
coming
oh
up
we
in my garden is things that come back up every year.
Hey,
I
I'm all
haven't
for
gotten
that.
anything planted yet this
Well, what
year.
are those things that people can plant like that for when maybe they won't be able to go out and plant annuals? What are some perennials like for Missouri in your area or zone
Well,
that they
you've got your
Mhm,
typical rhubarb and asparagus, uh, which are probably the two main ones I have that come back up, other than like herbs and stuff like that.
mhm,
Some of them come
mm.
back up, some of them don't.
Right, right. I
So
hear that. Oh no! What? Your first VW Golf bought Saturday, stolen Sunday. Police found the car in Durban, blown engine. Oh my gosh! What the heck?
Oh my goodness.
How could the guy get multiple speeding fines on the way there and they didn't just click, click, put him in cuffs? Here in the States, that, I don't know. Well, if that, then again, but usually they have it on a main computer, but maybe not if he's crossing into different jurisdictions, like quickly.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's not catching up with him. Okay, I could see how that could happen. Wow, I'm so sorry, Richard. That definitely tops my story. That's horrible. VWs are fun.
Oh,
The
they
sad thing
are.
is they're really heavy, and the car shell is well made, I will
Mhm.
say. The engine, we had to sell. My daughter bought my mother's car, which was a VW, and it was a not the Jetta, the Passat wagon. And we went to look it up because we were having an issue with it. Had a moonroof or a sunroof, whichever you want to call it,
Mhm.
leaked, started to leak into the car.
Oh no.
It had some recalls that got fixed along the way as my parents had it. So we went to double check to see if it had any others. And my daughter found out that the engine could just blow. And I was like, okay, that's our word from the Lord that yes, you probably need to sell it because you're not driving it yet. So you might as well.
Time to
I
get
know it's
something
going to be
different.
hard. Yeah, time to basically put the money in the bank and let the money grow until you're ready to buy
Mhm.
a car to drive because she's still struggling. We're struggling with making
Mm.
that work. Oh, those kind. That makes sense. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Wow. So any of the cameras, did they catch the guy or girl? I don't know what the thief was, female or male, but did they? Probably not because he was speeding. Duh.
Mhm.
I am so sorry, Richard. That's
And probably just
terrible.
abandoned it when they
Yeah.
blew them.
Sounds like either somebody who was running from someone or on something.
Or a kid out for a fun time
That's the yeah,
at
that's the
someone
usual one.
else's expense.
That's what
But
was happening here back then. They were
mhm.
coming down, stealing cars and just going out for joyrides. Yeah, I was pretty upset because I had just gotten Whitney Houston's new CD and that was gone. The case was there. All
Oh.
my stuff was out. Yeah, it was I think around the time The Bodyguard came out, and it was that
Oh
CD.
yeah. Yeah. I
I was
loved that one.
I was her voice was amazing. But yeah, I I'm trying to think what perennials. My lemongrass looked really sad for a while. I think it's starting to come back because it grows like just this huge bush of
Mhm.
grass of lemon.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I start out
do
every
you have that
spring
too?
with a little 4-inch square pot of lemongrass, and by the
Hmm.
end of summer, I've got this huge pot full. The
Yeah,
only thing
it's
is
like
it won't
that.
survive the winters here. So I have to
Yeah,
bring it
you would have
in
to.
and try to baby it through the winter, and it usually ends up not making it.
Yeah, it likes tropical weather and warm,
Yeah.
very warm weather. And even
Mhm.
mine, we dip into our Florida winter and it goes dormant and starts to die off, like just
Mhm.
starts to turn brown. But I still have a good portion and it's so rooted into its spot. It's very hard to get out. It's like super, super hard to get out and harvest it unless you just, cut it off. Like I need one of those little
Yeah.
harvesters that has that hook knife. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about? I need one of those
Yeah.
for it. But I would like to do that, but then also get in there with my serrated shovel and try to piece it out and put it other places in the garden. Um,
Yeah, because it
but
will eventually choke itself.
yeah, yeah, I think it's pretty much, it's not, I don't see it spreading beyond that point much. It's still staying in that point, dying off, coming back, dying off. And I don't like what you said. I don't want it to kill itself off one winter.
Yeah.
Um, The one thing I did baby and it is looking healthier is the night blooming cereus that's coming back. That usually blooms around July here at night, but of course it's a night bloomer, so if you don't catch it, you miss it.
Yeah.
completely. That plant is older than me if there are pieces on it that survived. But the plant itself, the roots in there somewhere
Oh,
are older
wow.
than I am. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it almost kicked the bucket because I just had it in the wrong spot. It was getting sprinkler on it and stuff, and it was just not getting enough air and circulation. And it was getting the sprinkler on the top, but the water wasn't getting in to water the roots, so it was looking really bad. Trying to think what else has come back. Like I said, I got an Easter lily up, but that freaked me out. I walked out there and saw it. There you
There
are.
she is.
Sorry, my Marissa just got home, and so we had to do a debrief because she's going to go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
We missed you
Very
and we
good.
almost had a
Yes.
catastrophe.
Yes, I did. I shared that marshmallow plant, and then we couldn't
Hmm.
get us all back. It did the same thing like it did to you. Yeah.
Oh,
What I figured out was you hit the little single, like, what's it say again?
speaker
Solo?
view.
The
Oh,
solo
solo.
layout. No, you hit solo layout, and
Mhm.
then you change it with the views down at the bottom, like the crop layout. Like I put us all up there
Oh.
one at a time, and then I
Hmm.
grabbed the different layout, and it brought us up. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, Marissa. Barry's like, Marissa.
Barry says hi, Marissa.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. It was still in the name of the people I bought it from, and
Oh,
they
I don't
sold
know
me
if
the
it would or
car one.
not, GT.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good. You got refunded. Oh, good. That he had a wild story. He bought his car on Saturday, got stolen on Sunday because I don't know how we got on that subject, probably because me. But then the
Mhm.
police found his car and it had all kinds of speeding tickets all the way there and they blew the engine too. Like, that's so crazy.
Mhm.
Wow.
I'm not sure. It's something to try. It usually, I've tried the seeds and never had the seeds really come up though, GT. But usually I see it
Mhm.
sold by the little cutting of it, like a little bit.
Mhm.
You get like a little. My plant started like probably only this wide, like Brenda was saying. It was like tiny,
Yeah.
a little grass, and then
Mhm.
now it's like this wide at the base and really gets big. Mine's Indian lemongrass. I'm not
Mm.
sure of the different types,
Hmm.
but I know I have the Indian from the way it's
Mm.
seeding right now. Even it has seed pods on it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Anyway, I was
Well,
jibber jabbering because I didn't
well,
know if we
thank you.
lost you.
Yeah, no,
Welcome.
it was. Yeah, I should have just said that. Yeah, I needed to debrief with her because we've got some
Yeah.
friends who are going through some difficult times, and I said, I
Mhm.
said, here, take some bread and some things over. I can't go because I'm going to
Mhm.
do a live, but at least one of us is going and bringing them some
Nice.
love and comfort, and so I wanted just to
Right.
see how it was and what they're going through. So, but yeah,
Mm.
I wasn't expecting her. I was expecting her sooner, but it didn't happen. But
Mm.
yeah,
Gotcha.
but I think looking at it's been 3.5 hours. I think we should
Yeah.
probably. I was planning to shut down at 9, and it was like I'm coming back, and it's 5 to 9 after putting the chickens to bed. And you're like, oh my gosh! And so it's like can't do it now. Now Marissa comes, and it's like
Oh.
plus I got to go to the
I'm
shower. So
yeah, I'm
anyway,
glad you
but
stayed on a little longer.
yeah, so yeah, but thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. It was just a stick I put in a pot with my lemongrass. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Mulberry does really well
Awesome.
here, Janet.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
ah,
should
nice.
do well.
Mulberries are like very prolific. I
Mhm.
honestly hate
Yeah.
them things.
Yeah. I love ours because it doesn't have any seeds and we can't really grow blackberries really well, nor do I want thorned blackberries necessarily. I'll leave them out in the wild.
Yeah.
Like if I go up north, I would put it on the very end of my property with something to barrier it away from my property from all the stories I've heard.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it grows really well in South Florida, and that's why people like it here, is because it's
Mm.
an easy grower for our sandy, crappy soil that we have. And
Mhm.
there's multiple, like some of them aren't that good, but then we have so
Yeah.
many cultivars that some are really tasty. I want to get a green one, Janet. They have a green one I just found out about, and it's supposed to be
I've never
delicious.
seen a green one.
Yeah, it's
No.
the white. They love the white mulberries, Richard, but yes, they like mulberries. That's where we get the silk from. It's mulberry silk. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
I bought 2 thornless blackberries that I have growing in my yard.
I tried
So
those. Mine didn't do so well. Probably me. It was probably me.
I was gonna
Because
say,
I
you
was
put
new.
them
I
did you
I
did you
got
put them
I was
blackberries.
underground?
new. No,
I got
I
blackberries
left them in the
started
pot.
just from a friend that was trimming theirs back. And I took the
Wow.
trimmings and stuck them in 5-gallon pots with dirt in it and kept them moist all winter. And by spring, I was
They
planting them
did
in the
good.
ground. They were rooted.
Mm.
The thornless ones,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Mine
was
are
the
yeah.
in
The
thornless.
mine
thorn,
are in pots.
yeah.
I've
Mine
left
was
mine in
in a
pots.
pot. I bought it home from the first Palooza I went to, where I killed probably every plant that I did bring home that year because I was
Mhm.
a brand new
Oh,
Mhm.
so I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to look it up and figure it
oh,
out, and
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't do well with it. I'll try again one day, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love my mulberries because they don't have seeds. There's
Mhm.
no seeds,
Mhm. Yeah.
and they taste
All
good.
right. Well, we'll say, thank you to Homestead Aquarius who popped in and showed us his beautiful burgers, and of course Shawnee Grows for
Ooh,
helping out,
yes,
and of course
yes.
Brenda from Duncan 1900 Homestead. Thank you for coming up and showing us your beautiful bouquet, and you're always such
Oh,
a
thank you for letting me
wealth of
show you.
knowledge. And a big,
yes.
big
Mm,
thank you and shout out to Miss Sharon, who is such a great moderator, and she just shares out
Right.
everybody's channel.
she is.
It's just
Mhm.
so great to have someone that's paying attention to that and really trying to
Mhm.
build community. And of course, Carol, my
Right.
co-host, who came in late and
Yes.
but brings in again a wealth of knowledge and information. So,
Oh.
and to all of you that spent the evening with us, we do really appreciate you doing this with us and
Yeah.
helping
I have
our little
missed
channels.
everybody so bad for the last few weeks.
I
Oh,
bet.
yes.
I
Yes, it's
bet.
wonderful to have you here, Brenda.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mhm,
it's great to be
mhm.
back.
Yes, yes, same for me. So, good night all,
Much
and
love, everybody. Good night.
happy Sunday, and
Good
that you
night,
just have a
everybody.
wonderful
Yes.
rest of your weekend. Good night.
Yep. Good night.